Welcome to Tuber Chat. Whether you're working on your first 1,000, 2,000, or even 10,000 subscribers and beyond, you've come to the right place. We're going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help to get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. We're going to look at Blonde Travel and Gypsy first today, and there's a reason for that. I'll describe it in a moment, but I hope everybody will join me in wishing Bill Armstrong happy birthday today. Armstrong Adventures is in the house, and he has been an over-the-top generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter for several years now. So hopefully you're having a good birthday. We'll look at that channel next. Blonde Travel and Gypsy in the last stream was dropping super chats left and right. It's absolutely unnecessary on this channel, truly, but they've done it a million times, and they kept on doing that for other people. They got so far ahead that they actually put more than even was, it's never necessary, but they were starting to lose count over how many channels they'd wanted to promote. And it's an incredibly generous thing to have done. Like I said, they've done that a million times, but I thought the best thing we could do for them to make sure we're caught up is put their channel up again at the beginning of the stream and give everybody a chance to get to know this generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. There's a lot of information on the About section letting us know they live in their truck and they are running team with their husband, and they've got a furry friend with them as well. They've got a new video from yesterday, a little bit different from some of the dash cam footage that we're used to here, but they've got shorts on the channel as well, and they bring us on their travels, obviously getting into 3,800, 5,500, 7,700 views. I always forget to mention the cooking videos until we get into these shorts, and I keep seeing this one thumbnail and then I remember, but they do plenty of live streaming as well. You can see they've been on several times this week. They seem to be on every few days. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these. And we noticed that this channel is over 900 subscribers. That means they're officially on the road to 1K. We say you're officially on a road whenever you get to a 100 milestone of any kind. 900 puts them on the official road to 1,000. So I hope everybody will connect with Blonde Travel and Gypsy. We'd like to get them a little bit closer to that exciting and important milestone today. I'm going to do some introductions in a moment. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So I hope again everybody will wish Armstrong Adventures a happy birthday in the chat. I just noticed it right before we started while I was getting into the phone to clear notifications and things like that from Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and everything else. Anybody can reach out anytime. I'm on the phone as much as anybody. But I noticed Armstrong Adventures, the notification came up to say that they're celebrating today. So again, hopefully everybody will wish them a happy birthday. They've been a dear friend a long time. Fairbrick Studio, we missed you by seconds in the last stream. So I put your channel on the wheel right away. And, I don't expect anybody to be here for 3 hours every time we're on, but as long as you're here by the time we start spinning the wheel, then you've got your opportunity to be up. Fairbrick Studios does all kinds of shout outs for other creators, and they've been friends longer than a couple years now as well. I think we're getting on 2.5 years, if I'm not mistaken. Quite a few names on the wheel. Scratch and PPA and Canadian Family Life are up in the pole position, and the one right next to it is beloved and dedicated moderators. Just Jason Keto's in the chat. We're going to look at his channel in 3 hours when we go to his live stream and talk a little bit of keto, a little bit of YouTube. Michael's Adventures is always in the chat with us as well, and these are some of the most supportive creators I've met in my 9 years on YouTube. Tuber Chat's been here for 6 of those years right now. And then, yeah, Cruiseaholics Anonymous. I know some people are. I know a lot of people, for the life of me, I can't remember who it was that just said that they were on, I think it was Craig Bafford, that said he was on the other day and went back to watch the replay of a Claude Code thing that I was showing. It's kind of cool to hear these little things, you know, when you go into somebody else's live stream or premiere, and if you're supporting enough people, what will eventually happen is they're talking about you before you even walk in, or before or after. I can't tell you how many times I'll go into somebody's live stream chat and have them say, "Oh, Tuber Chat, we were just talking about you," and then, you know, I get to hear from other people a lot of the pleasant things that people say, and once in a blue moon I hear some not so pleasant things that somebody said. And I promise you, if you haven't got that by the time you get to 1,000 subscribers, it's coming by the time you get to 2,000. I just had a friend reach out on Instagram, actually, and had a horrible trolling story, somebody making videos about them and all that, and I said, just please try to ignore it. They go away, I promise you. Tracy's Local Learnings is in the house. Mike's Adventure Sparks is on the wheel with Crafty Witch 232 and PK Adventure Travels. They'll be on tonight at 7 o'clock as well. We're going to crash right into them today. That's Ryan and Mel. Jeremy D-Day's been a friend of over 7 years, if you can believe that. And then Yes Nomads and Soul Magic Fabric Magician are also on the wheel. Family Beyond Labels, good to see you here. Forgive me if I'm mistaken. This, I don't think, is your first time here. It might be, but I feel like I recognize the name of that channel. JGP Jr. is here. D-Lo Flow Show is in the house. And, you know, I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend here. I know not everybody can be here every time we're on. Nichols Journey Extras, good to see you here. The Nichols 13. Simply Debbie Sue, I think I said hello. Tracy's Local Learnings. And, yes, hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. As long as everyone's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Awkward Quilter, Georgia, is in the house. New Times, New Beginnings is here with us every day. Relic Rat, it's good to see you in the house again. Twinbrook Acres is here with us regularly. Wago Howard Music is also here, and we're going to talk about Warmstrong Adventures right now, who brings us cruising, and I lost count of how many cruises this creator's been on. They're celebrating their birthday today. Oh, and they've actually got a birthday time cruise talk. That was yesterday. I wonder if they're going to do a live stream again today. I'm unsure. So they talked about that yesterday. 75 cruises that I know of this creator's been on, if you can imagine. They've been a friend of ours for many years, like I said. 15,000, 17,000, 18,000 views on some of these shorts from the beach. There might be a little bit of a hint there, but he's got plenty of them into thousands of views. And then videos he posts regularly. I'm just going to grab the latest video. He does a lot when he's cruising, so he's always filming to bring content to the channel. He live streams. He even visits other people's live streams and premieres while he's on a cruise. He's been in Tuber Chat, I don't know how many times, at least half a dozen times while he's been on a cruise, I'm sure. And then let's look at the live streams again. So he's on actually with plenty of other people. Bill often collaborates with other creators. It's one of the things that anybody can do to grow your channel rapidly with the right kind of subscribers. Because when you think about the fact that every time your channel is featured on somebody else's channel or live stream or premiere or shout out video, the people who are going to subscribe to you because of it are their most supportive supporters. So it literally comes down to any friend of theirs is a friend of ours. You know, only the most interested people will be saying, oh, Warmstrong Adventures is on right now. Who's he on with? I'm going to go get them too. And this kind of thing goes on all the time. So Warmstrong Adventures now is working on 3,300 subscribers. He's monetized lots of ways to support him, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And like I said, this is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. I've got his latest video in a special playlist I use to keep or get caught up with creators. Golden Muscle Prospects, good to see you here. Cruiseaholics Anonymous dropped a super chat, so we're going to put that channel up on the screen right away. We always put super chatters and membership gifters up as soon as those things happen, and then we will get around to spinning the wheel shortly, as we always do. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Butler Family Farm is here. Kyle Vlog Channel, good to see you in the house. Forgive me for anything I missed in the chat. Boy, are we moving again. He's on a cruise right now, says Wormstrong Adventures. There you go. The Bud Files has also been with us for many years. One of our longest standing members. You can tell that by the color of the membership badges there. Rushing Wind Mountain as well. Ruby has been with us for as long as I can remember. Yeah, probably a couple months, Kyle Vlog Channel, but I appreciate every moment, of course. Dear Ronnie, am I pronouncing that properly? I know I'm not. I think it's Dear Ani. And then please correct me if you don't mind. I think that channel's here for the very first time today. I always want to promote everybody's channel the way they want it promoted. So if I'm mispronouncing anybody's channel name, if there's something I say about your channel that's incorrect, if there's something important that I omit because I just haven't seen it yet or don't think about it, then please let me know. Another fellow Canadian, my goodness. Been slow on his channel for now. Phil's Creepy Videos. Yeah, actually, we're hoping to do some kind of a mini meetup in a few months. Maybe when the weather cools off from the summer. I think Phil's Creepy Videos is only an hour away from me. Maybe 2 hours, something like that. But we're hoping to get a few creators together. So hopefully you'll be in for that. But Phil's Creepy Videos has been another creator who's been with us for 4 or 5 years by now. Could even be longer than that. And it's great to see you back in the chat. Chef Said Kitchen, good to have you here as well. JGP Jr.'s rocking the shorts today, apparently. 3 new shorts. Barry, good to see you here. Thanks for coming in. And we'll put up Phil's Creepy Videos in a second. We always put Super Chatters and membership gifters on the screen right away when those things happen. Squirrel's World is doing a lot of what is called sleep streams. And I was kind of amazed when I saw this was a thing, but it is on many different platforms, actually. So you might actually catch them, not with a blank screen or anything like that. They're actually sleeping. They fall asleep while they're streaming, which is something that's actually been going on for years, but Squirrel's World has been with us for probably 4 or 5, maybe even closer to 6 years by now as well. It's hard for me to remember how long every single channel's been with us, and I'm sure I make many mistakes when I describe it. The only reason I mention it, though, is to instill, especially in newer people who haven't heard me say it very many times before or ever before, you are literally meeting people here today, and with any of our friends here in the Tuber Chat family, almost everybody allows people to connect and even encourages it, but you're meeting friends that will be supporting you years into the future. We can see the future now because of what we've been through over the last 6 years. You can see we've got a strong and solid foundation, and it just continues. Semi Sims is in the house. Nez Lover is here. And, oh dear goodness. We are moving. We're going to talk about Cruiseaholics Anonymous in a second here. Oh, wow. So Relic Rat is going to be doing weekly live streams on Monday, right after, a little while after Butler Family Farm, which is great to know. And they've been killing it with the shorts, which is great to see. Dilo Flow Show did sleep streams before as well. And forgive me again if I've missed anything anybody meant for me to see in the chat, but we'll move on to some more channels right now, and we'll get to as many as we can in the next 3 hours or so. Cruiseaholics Anonymous is another channel that's bringing us travel, and particularly cruising. A lot of tips and tricks are going to come along with some room tours, and it's a channel I'm still getting to know, so I've got to see a little bit more about what they're doing with like amenities and excursions and things like that. But they've got a top 10 list here, so that's a good idea. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that helps me keep or get caught up with creators. You see, most of the thumbnails here are talking about tips and tricks. Here we go, inside look for a construction, under construction cruise ship as well. My dear goodness. And then Cruiseaholics Anonymous, let's look at the shorts and see what they're doing here. They got a couple to get started at 1,800 and 1,900, and they're also on the road to 1,000 subscribers right now. They're more than halfway at 954, so I'm hoping we can push them a little bit closer. And we see that they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships as soon as we get there. And again, I know I say it a million times. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Let's look at Phil's creepy videos right now. They dropped a super chat again. They've done that many times before. Absolutely unnecessary. Very much appreciated, of course. And we always put super chatters and membership gifters on the screen right away, and then we'll get around to spinning the wheel soon. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. I'm going to, I wonder, have you seen this, song, Phil? I bet this is going to be a Halloween staple from now on. I'll type the name in the chat if anybody has. It's on the radio everywhere. If you go, like, you know, shopping and things like that, you usually hear it everywhere. But this song, Dracula, I mention it because Phil's creepy videos obviously is going to be focused on horror more than anything else, but I happen to like that song. It's, you know, just a typical top 40 kind of thing, but I have a feeling that, like I said, is going to be like a Halloween theme song forever after. And Phil's creepy videos, though, is going to bring us lots of horror and collectibles, as a matter of fact. I'm just going to grab his latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about. He's got shorts on the channel as well. Lots of familiar anybody who's into horror, even more so than myself. I've seen a lot of the classics. I haven't seen much since then, but whether it's Freddy or Chucky, I'm sure Jason's there somewhere. Some of these shorts, though, have gotten into, look at this, 15,000, 19,000, 83,000. My dear goodness. And then live streams on the channel as well. So it's been a while, but Phil's creepy videos, I've been on his channel for live streams before, meaning I've been in the chat with him. So hopefully everybody will connect. Phil's creepy videos now is working on 3,600 subscribers, which is great to know. And we'd love to push him a little bit closer to his next milestone. So let's think about spinning the wheel. And Phil, thank you again for another super chat. It really is absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated. And we'll see what Butler Family Farm, everybody's BFF, has going on now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And then again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. Butler Family Farm, this is Jerry and Susan, and they've got a very special live stream coming up in just a few days, actually. They're going to be celebrating their 42nd wedding anniversary, so I'm going to set my notification for that. You'll notice that I set notifications for everything I see, whether they are premieres or live streams, even though I have the notification bell on for every channel. That's in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. Excuse me, and giving ourselves the best opportunity or chance to catch each other's content. Yeah, we never know how long it's going to take to get picked by the wheel. And I didn't realize Phil's creepy videos actually took over the stream boss position under the camera there as well. He'll hold that for a while. That's affected by super chats and memberships and things like that. When we look at Butler Family Farm, somebody might wonder to themselves, hey, I've been on Tuber Chat many times. I've heard of Butler Family Farm countless times. And they've been with us for many years. I'm thinking 4 years, could be longer. But Jerry and Susan, you wonder how a channel can go from under 10,000 to over 170,000 in about a year and a half. I guess it's getting closer to 2 years by now, I think. But Butler Family Farm, Jerry lets us know that he's been using the YouTube promotion system. It's not something that I expect to ever use. It's not something I expect to ever recommend. It means different results for your channel, but it is another legitimate way to grow, obviously very rapidly with some paid advertising. So Butler Family Farm does plenty of live streams on their channel, and essentially what this is 116 acres of farmland. I'll show you the videos and shorts in a second, but Jerry and Susan share the camera work here on all their videos. They bring us around the farm, they show us the livestock, they bring us into their home, they bring us into the shop, they take us on the road, they visit people, they travel when they can, and they do plenty of live streaming. So their Monday night series is a chance to catch up with Jerry and Susan, and then sometimes they have guests. I've been on their channel several times, but they also have a couple of other series. So they get involved in this bake along or cook along live stream collaboration with a few other channels. They got together with Whistle Stop Homestead, Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official, and Devil Dog the other day, and this is in a series. They've been doing more than half a dozen of these videos, making sugar-free desserts or treats. Then they've got another series of live streams that come up with Belt Loop 29, where Jerry and Gary share their knowledge as they continue to grow on YouTube as well. So you can catch those and learn about the promotion system I was talking about. Videos on the channel feature anything you can imagine from a farm and much more, including the livestock, which includes cattle, goats, donkeys, horses, llamas, chickens, cats, dogs, bees, rabbits, koi, and more. And then they make tools for themselves when they have to. Jerry takes us into the shop. They do canning, prepping, cooking. They bring us into the kitchen. They work on their equipment when they have to. They enlist the help of other farmers. They help other farmers. They've got shorts on the channel as well. These have gotten into 12,000, 13,000, and one at 55,000 views. So it's more of the same here, and then they'll introduce us to a lot of other creators. Butler Family Farm has a wild Monday night live stream, like I said, and if you catch it, you're going to find one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family. They do giveaways and things like that, but they've got rapid fire, very fast-paced, very high-energy live stream chat, very similar to what you might expect from Scratch and PPA, the Stock Explorer, Jesse Journals, and Unboxes, for instance. So hopefully everybody will catch Jerry and Susan. I'm really looking forward to this Monday night's very special 42nd wedding anniversary live stream where we can learn more about Jerry and Susan. So hopefully everybody will connect with them. And let's think about spinning the wheel. And I see that Nikki Silver Stacker is in the house. Forgive me, because you might have been here for a while and I might have missed you. And thank you again, Cruisaholics Anonymous, for that super chat earlier. Phil's Creepy Videos did the same thing, and Happy Mac is doing that as well. They don't have a channel, but they're showing appreciation, so thank you for that. I hope everybody will connect with them. Just in case they decide then to post content, they'll get a bit of a head start. Well deserved, right? Anybody who's a generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter, we'd like to point out and make sure they get as much value out of their time here as possible. So thank you for that, Happy Mac. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. They've done that kind of thing before. Cruisaholics Anonymous we saw, so we're one channel ahead here. I'll spin the wheel and we'll get to another one. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. I see Create and Relate is in the house as well. I'm going to get them on the wheel. Again, I hope I haven't missed anybody in the chat. As long as everybody's still active, we should get around to saying hello to everyone. Nez Lover is up on the screen right now. They've done a little bit of variety. I see they're posting quite a few videos over the last couple of weeks. They seem to post in bursts, let's just say, but it's great to see you so active right now. Looks like they're doing a bit of karaoke, which is always fun. I'm going to grab the latest one I'm going to put this one into that catch-up list that I keep talking about. And Neslover's known for art on the channel as well. Typically what they do is live stream, and then they cut videos out of the live streams that match some of the art that you see and creativity. So I see they've been doing plenty of live streams as well. I don't know why I haven't caught you for a while. I got notification bells on for every single channel. I am out Monday to Friday during the days, just because I have a full-time gig, right? So I'm usually gone anywhere from 6 a.m. Eastern to 2 p.m., we'll call it, somewhere around there, sometimes a little bit later, sometimes even a little bit earlier. But otherwise, like I said, we've always got notifications on for every single channel, and then shorts over here as well, 1900, 2400, 1800 views, and there's plenty of variety in the short videos here, like most creators, at least in the Tuber Chat family. So Neslover also is working on 3200 subscribers. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards that milestone. And then yes, thank you, Tracy's Local Learnings. The sharing is always one of the biggest things that we can do for each other, right? Sharing on other social networks. Most of you have seen me share on Reddit constantly, just because I know how big that website has always been, and it's not at the forefront of everybody's mind to share over there, even though it's a wonderful search engine. Some of you using Gemini or ChatGPT or Claude or the other systems might have realized that Reddit is actually a source for a lot of what they go and research when you're trying to look for things or ask for answers on the AI systems, if that makes any sense. But lots of people can benefit when you're sharing on X. The J. Jordan does that for us all the time. He's typically sharing everybody on X. And then the community post, I can tell you right now, is the number one thing that I've been thanked for as the host of Tuber Chat for the last 6 years. So, you know, there's hints. I mean, most of what I say I think is fairly direct, but sometimes there's hints, even beyond what I'm saying. But when I tell you that's the number one thing that people have thanked me for over all this time, it tells you how much impact it's going to have. People almost always notice when you share on your community tab, because they're, if you mention them, right, at mention the same way we do in the chat here, because it comes up in their notifications in the YouTube studio, let's just say. So as well, sharing on the outside social networks is a wonderful thing everybody can do for each other, because if you can take somebody who was not already watching YouTube at that moment and get them to start watching YouTube with your content or somebody else's content, it's called starting a session. And it's one of the greatest things we can do for the YouTube algorithm, right? And then if somebody happens to make it to the end of a video, they might get flipped into something else familiar, which is great to know, or playlists. I often mention sharing playlists links to videos when you're sharing for other people. I think I forgot to say hello to Foraging and Urban Farming, but I'm actually running a playlist for them right now in between Tuber Chat live streams. I got their playlist right here. But basically what happens is, instead of taking a link for a video, if you wanted to share it on an outside social network, you can take the link from inside a playlist like this. Where's the thing here? If I use the share here, then I can get this, possibly, is this the right one? Looks like it's the right link. I'm unsure. That's a live stream replay. This is a lot of long videos here, but let's just see what happens when I look for a shorter video. Oh, they're all live stream replays. That's okay. But either way, if you come over here and get a link from here instead of a regular YouTube link, then what happens is there's a possibility that somebody will get to the end of the video, of course, but be flipped into the next video in the playlist. So you're really helping somebody benefit, right? God forbid somebody's watching YouTube and falls asleep in the middle of a video and just lets a bunch of them run. What a benefit for watch hours, right? Another creator who incredibly so much shares for other people is Fairbrick Studio. We're going to look at them next. Forgive me, Jerry, I forgot to vote too. Scratch and PPA is talking about the voting system on Facebook for Jerry and Susan, who we looked at from Butler Family Farm. They're in a contest right now to be America's favorite couple. And you can share, I believe, at least once a day for free on Facebook. The other day, they actually gave everybody a bonus vote. So it looks like they're going to make the top 15, they say. If you head to Butler Family Farms channel while you're connecting with them, it's a perfect video, I think, to connect with because it's a few minutes long, but they'll have detail about how to get that done as well. So what we're going to do right now is take a break just for a few minutes. Right before we do that, I'm going to play a clip from an interview series, videos we have on the Superchat channel right now, conversations with creators who've been friends of ours for many years, who have all long past 10,000 subscribers. What do you think led up to that explosion for your channel?
Well, at first the channel was very slow to start, and then it was around the time I met you.
Yeah.
You know, your channel, it started growing a little bit, and then we got to January of last year. We only had we hit 1,000 subs. Okay. And then it was really going slow. In between January to September of 24, we only gained 300 subs.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
You know, so it was really slow, but we managed to get our watch hours. So we managed to get monetized, things like that. And we were getting ready to go to do our supply runs for the wintertime. And I said, well, I think I'm just going to film this. You know, we've never done a shopping thing or anything like that. And I checked it out online, and it showed favorability of doing well. That's
good.
We did it. The only thing I didn't really do is I didn't film a whole lot in the store, and I kind of regret that because I had a lot of people asking about that. They wanted to see the prices. And honestly, I think what it was is people really curious what it's like to live here and have to shop here. And I think that's what brought everybody in. And it exposed us to a lot of other people that are like-minded on living this way or wanting to be curious to be how we live, as well as the group that just are into shopping, you know. And I guess there's a huge following of people that do shopping videos. And
I'm not surprised now that you mention it that way. Yes.
Yeah. So I think a combination of it being a shopping video and us being rather unique on where and how we get home.
Absolutely. Yes.
A lot of the comments on that video were about the train.
Oh.
You know, was that a bus I just saw on the tracks? Was that a truck on the tracks? Was that a tractor? You know, stuff like that. And it's like, yeah.
Wow.
So I think it was a combination of the shopping and where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah. I looked off to the side there because I got your channel up on another screen in case I want to reference something. I was about to say the video got 1 million views, but no, you're clearly well beyond 2 million now. All right, we're just about back. Michael Harper, good to see you. And Diamond Painting Yotun is in the house. Oh, there's Rob right there. Curmudgeon, Alaska. I just happened to play your clip a moment ago. I'm not sure if you saw that, literally. Ears must have been ringing. Diamond Painting Yotun, I think in the last, at least a couple of the most recent streams, I was seconds away from putting their channel on the wheel. And in one stream recently, I actually didn't get to putting, I think, any channels on the wheel from the chat, and I always promise to do that. So today I wanted to make sure we got to that. I think in the history of the last 6 years, I've only ever not gotten at least 2 channels on the wheel in 2 different streams. Of course, I could be wrong. It might be more, but I think that's it. I try to make sure that's covered. We always have to be careful when we're making promises, right? Lots of our friends are going to be patient and understanding and, you know, things like that. It's obviously overwhelming here most of the time. But I do want to make sure those promises get met. And just for the sake of saying, nobody has to drop a super chat or a gifted membership to get onto the wheel or the screen here. We put those channels up right away when it does happen, but it's basically run with the wheel here. And what I mean by that is we keep track of how active everybody's been in the chat. I've got a ChatBot in the background from Streamlabs that helps with that, with a little bit of statistics here. This is how I can keep on top of who's been here most often. We want to get to channels that are in the chat, active as much as possible. Southern Belle Nola, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. So Fairbrick Studio is up here, and very much the same story. They were, we missed them by seconds in the last live stream. Now, Fairbrick Studio's done a few different things. They bring us Lego videos. They've brought us a lot of video gameplay. They actually got me playing one of the Lego games a while ago. There's a game on iPhone and Android called Tiny Tower. There's a Lego version of it. There was a Star Wars version of it and all this. And Fairbrick Studio was sending me a lot of help when I was playing that. I haven't played in a while. I got a new tablet, and I never put the game on the new tablet, and I haven't been doing it lately. But Fairbrick Studio's also been expanding a lot of content on their channel. So some of what they do is chasing some watch hours, making some really long content that is kind of typical on YouTube for people looking for engagement over evergreen content, if that makes any sense. Some of these relaxing sleep music ideas with the dark screen, and they've done plenty of other ideas, but this creator does tons of shout outs for others. And look at the video gameplay they've got here as well. Some Christmas music, so they're getting the jump on that already. And then these, in real life, these are popular enough, but they've actually done really well on this channel with some of the shorts that feature that kind of gameplay. They've gotten into, look at this, 131,000, 166,000, 303,000, which is great to see. I'm unsure whether any of these are promoted or not. The only reason why I say that is because the view counts are so high and the channel count is so high. But it's almost impossible to tell. Not that it matters, but I'm just curious to know more than anything else. Jen Palazzo from Palazzo Place, good to see you in the house. And like I said, Fairbrick Studio has been a long-time generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. They do tons and tons and tons of shout-outs for other creators. Look, they even shouted out Kristen Welton the other day. I got to tell her, I'm not sure if she saw that already. She might have mentioned it if she saw that. But look, Okies Eden is there. They were here at the beginning of the stream. I'm not sure if Okies Eden is still listening in. I noticed some of the channels I forgot to say hello to. They've shouted out Superchat a million times. And I certainly do appreciate that. So hopefully everybody will connect with Fairbrick Studio. Obviously a friend that's going to promote a lot of channels. And then, yeah, full of energy for now, Jen Palazzo. Big Rick, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And I think it's time to spin the wheel. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. So we still got over 2 hours to go. Plenty of time to put plenty of channels on the screen. And then tonight we're planning to raid into Just Jason Keto. He's got a live stream every Thursday at 7:30 Eastern. And he's a beloved and dedicated moderator here. So he will allow and encourage everybody to connect the same way we do here. It's like getting an extra hour of Tuber Chat activity while we talk proper human diet, a keto-based diet and lifestyle, and a little bit of YouTube along the way. Rushing Wind Mountain is a creator who's been with us for, I insist, over 5 years now. It's got to be close. And Eddie Garraza, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming into the chat. When we look at Rushing Wind Mountain, we see a creator. Her name is Ruby, and this creator's been with us, like I said, for many years, and bringing a mix of wildlife and nature on this channel. They've got a hummingbird series happening right now, actually, and I'm just going to grab the latest video. Pardon me while I click all over the place. I'm going to grab the latest video and put this into a special playlist I have. I call it the catch-up list because it's for me to keep or get caught up with creators. Simply Jan Homestead, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. She's another longtime friend. And pardon me while I notice that Create and Relate is dropping a super chat. We'll look at that channel next, and then we'll get to spinning the wheel shortly after. When we look at Rushing Wind Mountain, like I said, there's nature and wildlife here from the Pacific Northwest. They're able to bring us all 4 seasons in content, and their videos and live streams can go anywhere from minutes to hours long. They've got shorts on the channel, and if you dig through these, especially for the wildlife, you're going to find some humorous moments, so you get the idea of some of the different things they're doing here. And then live streams on the channel as well. They've done plenty in both landscape and portrait mode, or horizontal and vertical mode. And like I said, they can go anywhere from minutes to hours long. More of the same. Hummingbirds are there, nature's there, wildlife is there, and you get the idea when I roll over some of the videos or looking at the thumbnails exactly what they're bringing. So hopefully everybody will connect with Rushing Wind Mountain. They're also monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Create and Relate up on the screen. This is a creator who brings all different kinds of crafting. They've been working on a lot of resin lately. I've seen them do a lot of diamond painting. They have a Cricut machine. They can pretty much make just about anything that they want. They've got a lot of art and craft supplies in their videos. They do hauls. They do product reviews. Sometimes they even talk about things related to our YouTube journey, like a camera, a hard drive, batteries, lighting. There's a lot going on this channel. And actually, Create and Relate now has been with us for, I'm not sure if it's 3 years. It might be by now. I could be getting ahead of myself, but it's definitely over 2 years, I insist. They're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And their shorts have gotten into 1,500, 1,600 views, which is great to see. They've got live streams on the channel. They did these up to last year. We'll see if they're going to bring them back. They did one at Halloween, but we'll be looking forward to it if they are. And either way, we got notification bells on for every single channel. We see they're also bringing some members-only content, which is great to know because YouTube's really pushing that, or they have been for many months there. And then hopefully, again, I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times. Create and Relate, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. It's absolutely unnecessary, but always appreciated, and they've done that countless times before, literally. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen, and then we get back to spinning the wheel afterwards. So we'll do that right now. The Shelton Zone from the UK is in the house as well. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Chaka, YouTube is in the house. I've got you on the wheel now. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say it a million times. Scratch and PPA is up on the screen right now. And this is one of the most supportive creators that I've met in my YouTube journey of 9 years. He literally supports every single thing that I do. And I don't really have any choice but to look at the sky and wonder how I could be so lucky to have somebody who offers such friendship and such support. And I think anybody that's connected with Scratch and PPA already will have no choice as well but to say he is one of their most supportive supporters. He is a shining jewel in the Tuber Chat family. It's the best way I've been able to describe Scratch and PPA because of all he does for other people and for these streams. All of our moderators have channels of their own. There's not many moderators here, actually. You usually see somewhere between 5 and 10 on any given stream. There's a total of barely 20, I think, over the last 6 years. They're incredibly supportive. They take YouTube very seriously, but we're all friends with each other, and they all have different channels with different themes. They all have an overwhelming sense of generosity. So when you visit any of their channels for premieres or live streams, you'll be welcome to meet more friends and family members for your own channel, the same way we do here in Tuber Chat. And Scratch and PPA goes over and above in a million different ways. You know, I'm lucky enough to see much of what he does online for people, but I think it's barely the tip of the iceberg when it comes to how much support this creator actually gives to others. And some of that comes back whenever he drops his premieres, which is perfectly consistent over the last 6 years, or 5.5 years at least, with the Scratch Challenge, Scratch Challenge series of videos every Tuesday at 12:15 Eastern. If you can catch us for one of those premieres, because I try to be there for every one. It's in the middle of my workday now, so sometimes I have to listen. I can't interact the way I wish I could. But there is always a flood of support in that chat. He has one of the fastest rolling chats in the Tuber Chat family, and it is very fast-paced, very high energy, and a lot of fun to be a part of. And Scratch and PPA brings a lot of tricks onto YouTube and inspiration. He continues to be an inspiration to me. There's lessons to be learned on this channel. This creator updates his banner every single week, if you can imagine that. He takes presentation very seriously, even though his avatar is bright, colorful, and fun. It matches the content in his thumbnails as we would have probably expected, but he also gives us a hint about the giveaways that happen in his video series as well, and you see that on the thumbnails. And then his video editing skills have been complimented ever since his very first video about 6 years ago. But even this past January, about 6 months ago now, did I say 6 years? He's been his first video came out 6 years ago or thereabout, but 6 months ago, around January of this year, he even stepped up the video editing on the channel. If you think about the way that lottery scratch tickets work, for anybody who's ever even seen one scratched, whether or not you've done one for yourself, you know that they don't all work the same way. There's different games. They're not all match 3, right? So he has to adjust the editing of every video based on the gameplay of the ticket, especially when he's getting into some of my favorites. I had a real problem with my catch-up list that I keep talking about this past week. I don't know what was going on, but I ran videos in that. I wasn't able to sit and watch, so I always run it if I can't sit there and just watch the videos to make sure everybody gets their watch minutes, let's just say. And the red lines would just not go all the way across. And I ran it again, and I think I ran it again. And and today I was up against the wall. So I haven't seen these, but I'm going to put these back in my catch-up list if they're not already there, which they are already there, the last two. Or the last one I'm putting in there now. The other one was already in there, but I have not seen them yet. So I'm going to watch this because I know he did the poker one. While I was running the list today, kind of right after work before getting started for Tuber Chat, I saw the poker idea and we've seen this ticket before. Cash for Life is one of my favorites. My favorite concept, the idea of like $1,000 a week to sit and do nothing. And then, because I'd be a great person to sit and do nothing, I promise you. But Cash for Life, they have a double Cash for Life as well. Some of my favorite tickets are here, like crossword and bingo. I just like these because they're the ones I've scratched most often. I don't scratch a lot of lottery tickets myself, but I do a handful a year. If somebody happens to give them to me, or if I see something I really like a Pac-Man or a Tetris, kind of card, I might pick one up. But otherwise, at Christmas, we often give them to each other. Anybody, I think everybody's over 18 now in my immediate family, but I happen to be in Ontario, same as Pete. He's only a couple hours away from me. So I recognize most of the tickets that I see because they're in all the same gas stations and grocery stores and everywhere we buy lottery tickets. So basically, he pits two lottery tickets against each other and then gives us the chance to decide what we want to see by voting on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. He's been doing that from the beginning. And that's a lot of foresight. First of all, he put a lot of consideration into what he was going to do before he did it. I knew this account as PA before he even changed it to Scratch and Pete PA. And that's 6 years ago now. But this creator also married in those outside social networks, which keeps them growing and brings interactivity into his video series. I just want to show you another trick here because he has a lot of playlists, and I believe any channel, no matter what kind of videos you're putting out, even if they're extremely similar, has the opportunity to chop up your channel into playlists in some way or another. He does them by years, right? Because this has been going on for many years, 23, 24, 25. But what you'll notice, you see this on the homepage, we have lots of opportunity to dress up our homepage the way we want. He puts the time it takes to run a playlist in the title of the playlist, so that when you're going over there to swap playlists with him, then you know exactly how long it's going to take to run. And playlists can be, when we swap playlists and talk about it a million times, it's still a benefit for monetized channels, because when somebody runs a playlist of your videos, they're running every video from beginning to end, right? And that can bump up your averages for retention on the whole channel, especially if you get dozens of people and maybe even hundreds one day. Vice Family Tree, good to see you in the house. Norm Hughes is here. I got you on the wheel, by the way. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And then Scratch and PPA has shorts on the channel as well. He took a trip to Italy a few years ago and brought us some vlogging style shorts. And these are traditional shorts. These are all 15 seconds long, these ones, before they extended the time, right? He's got Italian lottery tickets mixed in here as well, something unique for us to see. And then he returned to Italy last summer and brought us an entire series of Italian lottery tickets as well. He's got those chopped up into a couple of playlists as well. So hopefully everybody will check these out. I know a lot of people will be excited to know he's expanded the content on the channel. He brought us his very first live stream from Italy as well a few summers ago, and I was lucky enough to be in the chat at the time. I know a lot of people will be hoping for more, but more so we're happy to see that Scratch and PPA has extended or expanded the content on the channel. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. He's past 2,700 subscribers. I'm hoping we can push him a little bit farther towards the 2,800 we know he's going to be thinking about as well. And then I will appreciate anybody responding to Kyle Vlogs, because he's got quite a bit going on in the chat today. I'm not nearly able to keep up at all while I'm talking, but I do appreciate everybody's patience, including Kyle. He's been a longtime friend. Izzy Pop Designs, good to see you here as well. I'm going to get you onto the wheel. And like I said, hopefully everybody will connect with Scratch and PPA and all of our beloved and dedicated moderators. I promise you I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way they are if it wasn't for their help. I make as many mistakes as anybody. Scratch and PPA catches most of them, maybe all of them, I'll never know. But I think everybody can see how far over and above he goes, along with all of our moderators, to help here. Blonde Traveling Gypsy, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Because you dropped too many super chats in the last live stream, which is unnecessary. Truly, you don't have to do that all the time. I've put your channel up on the screen first today. when we started the stream, just so you know. North Dakota Carnivore Lance, thank you for grabbing that membership, by the way. I'm going to put that channel on the wheel. We always put members and moderators on the wheel as soon as we see them in the chat, and then we'll get back to spinning in another moment. Izzy Pop Designs has been added. I think I'm behind one channel, but we'll figure it out in another moment. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Here, before we go on to Diamond Painting Yotun, let's look at how to do hype. If you haven't seen this yet, I think I hyped Tuesday's video already. Let's go to YouTube. I'm on my personal account, but let's go to Scratch and PPA here. And we're going to look at his latest video. Yeah, this one here, I feel like I remember the thing coming up to say that it had been hyped. But what hype is, we talk about hype. I'm going to type it in the chat. This can only be done on a phone, but we can do it for almost everybody. For any video that's been put up in the last 7 days on a channel, you can hype. And basically what happens is, can I get this thing to move some way? No. I don't know how to get that thing to move. If I click the 3 dots over here, I can get to the hype. And the hype is going to show that this video's been hyped a few times. There's a button that allows you to hype it. I think I've... oh my dear goodness. I'm playing with the phone too much and ruining everything. So I hope everybody will go and see that. So please, you can hype 3 videos a week. And thank you, Rushing Wind Mountain. And then, yeah, there is, it's never enough when there's so many great channels that we want to help. But I want to show that to everybody. So if you haven't seen Pete's video yet from Tuesday, I hope you'll go and watch it now. And then give him the hype while you're there. I try to remember to do it all the time. And I haven't checked if I can do it on the Tuberchat account yet. Actually, why don't I do that for a quick second? Forgive me, Diamond Painting Yotun. Let's try again and see if that is going to work. Because I haven't been, up until recently, able to hype with my Tuberchat account. This thing... I don't even know how to get this to not be sideways now. See all my crypto nonsense there. I may not be able to do it. Okay, forget it. I can't get this thing to work. I'll try at some point. I'll remember to try to hype with the other account. But that just was a brand account glitch thing that was going on for a while. Probably sounds like nonsense to everybody here, so don't worry about it. And I'm sure there's plenty of nonsense that goes on in Tuberchat, more so than I intend. And then Tracy's Local Learnings is grabbing a membership, so thank you for that. That now I know the trick, right, to getting more members on a channel is just talk nonsense and make it look like you can't get anything to work properly, and all of a sudden a couple of members come in. So thank you everybody for the overly generous support. And Blonde Traveling Gypsy's listening from the bushes right now. Sarah, the Greenleaf Exchange, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I feel like we've seen that channel before too. It might not have been recently, but forgive me if I'm wrong if it's your first time here. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuberchat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. And thank you, Kyle Vlog Channel. When we look at Diamond Painting Yotun, we're going to talk about their content in a second. Style Stages, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. I do appreciate every moment everybody can spend, even if you're just coming by, to drop a thumbs up. We've got friends that run the stream in the background. I always appreciate that as well. When we look at Diamond Painting Yotun, diamond painting is something interesting to me. I haven't figured out whether diamond painting has become more popular in general in the last year or two, or if it's more popular on YouTube in the last year or two, or it's just that I'm seeing that because we've had friends that have done some diamond painting and now we're seeing more and more of it. There's probably at least a dozen channels that we could think of in the Tuber Chat family that have diamond painting on them, even if it's not a diamond painting channel. But it looks like a really almost therapeutic and relaxing activity, to be honest with you. I've done some what people might call adult coloring with another family member many times. I find that to be relaxing and calm and things like that. It's fun to doodle and things like that when you're having casual conversation, let's just say. But Diamond Painting Yotun has been putting out quite a few videos. I don't know why I'm so behind, but I'm going to grab the latest one. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist we joke about that helps me keep or get caught up with creators. Diamond Painting Yotun is working on 700 subscribers now, which is great to know. They've got plenty of shorts over here at 2,000, 2,200, 2,300 views, and then live streams on the channel as well. So they did their first live stream a year ago. They followed it up with another one. We'll see if they're going to bring those back, and we've got notification bells on for every single channel to give us the best chance of catching each other as often as possible. And then, PK Adventure Travels. Ryan's got a second channel, Ryan Parker Studios, where he does a lot of cooking videos as well. Hopefully everybody will check that out. And then they'll be on actually in another hour and a half. Ryan and Mel go live every Thursday at 7 o'clock Eastern, so we're crashing into them today. Pardon me. So what we're going to do right now, though, we're going to take another break. I'm just going to grab a drink. We'll rest our voice. We'll do the things we need to do for 3 minutes. We'll come right back and we'll look at Izzy Pop Designs. All right, I cleaned up the wheel a little bit. We're just about back. We're going to look at a channel with a very special story. I see Hala is in the house. I'm going to get them on the wheel. Booby Goats has already been added, and Jesse Journals and Unboxes is another beloved and dedicated moderator that we've added as well. So Izzy Pop up on the screen here. This is a creator who unfortunately had to reset and restart their channel a few months ago. I hope that everybody who is connected to Izzy Pop, if you haven't heard me say this at least once before, please go over there and double check that you're subscribed to the right channel, because they had to reset. The old channel is gone. They had to restart their subscribers and everything else. They've got a really loyal and dedicated audience, so they got a lot of people back right away, but there are many people out there who probably just assume they're subscribed and are never going to get a notification again, that are just going to someday wonder where on earth did Izzy Pop go, and then hopefully search and find them here. But hopefully everybody will connect with them. They're at 380 subscribers right now. They're posting a lot of content. They've always been known for these outstanding banners, avatars, and thumbnails, not to mention the animations in their videos, and now music a lot of the time as well. So they're talking about the smoke coming down from Canada. I'm in Niagara Falls, Ontario, so it passed through us, and it was pretty intense for a couple of days, but I know our American friends are feeling the aftermath. Wildfires have been very different this year, but Canada over the last few years has had a couple of situations like this where the smoke's gone so far, thousands of miles away, literally. Izzy Pop up on the screen is going to bring us, like I said, outstanding animations along with graphic art, and then this creator is going to help us understand some of the tools that are out there to help digitally make some of this art, the kind of things that they do, and then they do work for other people, whether it's banners or thumbnails and things like that. Shorts on this channel have gotten into 1,700, 1,900, 2,800 views, and then they've got live streams on the channel as well, and I've been lucky to catch them a week and a half ago. I've been catching these less frequently lately. I'm not sure if it's because it's during my work time or not, but hopefully I'll catch you for some more. I got notification bells on for every single channel, and I think I forgot to put this up the last time, but We Will Make It Pop is another channel that Izzy Pop has going on with another mutual friend, Scully Pop, who has been with us for many years. And let me see if I can get it by the handle. Oh, I spelled it wrong. That's my problem. When we spell it right, it comes up. There it is. So We Will Make It Pop. And this is a collaboration between Scully Pop and Izzy Pop. And these two creators have been over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters for as long as I can remember. This channel's now at 50 subscribers, so halfway onto the road to the first 100. We all know how important and exciting that milestone is. Vicky Retro Queen Bee Art, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Forgive me for not being sure if this might be your first time here. Oh, my Stream Deck is gone here. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. Catherine's Fabulous 60s. Good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And Family Beyond Labels is up right now. This is a creator who dropped a super chat earlier. And even though those types of things are absolutely unnecessary here, truly, I really do appreciate the extra generous support. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen as soon as those things happen. We kind of let them skip the line, let's just say, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. After a little while, I'll add some more names to the wheel from our Chat list. It's always based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the course of today's stream, and we'll get to as many channels as we can before 7:30 Eastern, when we're going to go and raid into Just Jason Keto, who will give us at least an extra hour to continue connecting the same way we do here. So Family Beyond Labels is a channel I've got to get to know. I don't watch videos or subscribe while I live stream, but what I'm going to do is take the very first video that they put out, and put this in my watch later list. And what that will allow me to do is, after the live stream today, I will go through my watch later list. I'll watch that video in full. I'll leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video. I'll give you a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on, as I do for all creators. That should make our connection stick. And then hopefully they have our notification bell on as well, so they don't miss our further live streams. We're usually here every 3 days or so, and we mix up the days and times so that we can meet different creators from around the world in different time zones. And then thank you again for that super chat. Like I said, absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And then Sarah, the Greenleaf Exchange, is doing the same thing right now. So we'll look at their channel right away, and then we'll get back to spinning the wheel shortly. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then thank you, Sarah G. Reynolds. We've seen that channel before, I believe, on the screen. Am I right about that, or did we connect outside? I'm just curious to know, because when I connect with creators, the same way we're doing here, but in other people's premieres and live streams, I tend to try to find videos longer than 3 minutes to connect with. And for a channel with only a few traditional videos, I usually watch the first one, like I did with the last channel we just saw, so that I can get an idea of where the channel was starting, what they intend to do, right? And then I can follow along like everybody else. So Sarah G. Reynolds, hopefully everybody will connect with. And then I know I say it a million times, but hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. We'll get back to spinning the wheel in another moment. Thank you, Tracy's Local Learnings. Yeah, we've still got you on the wheel as well. And interesting today, we've got quite a few brand new channels. The best success here, since we've got some brand new people today, we have brand new channels every day. Sometimes it's one or two, sometimes it's a good handful. The best success in these streams comes from making the first move, reaching out to other creators and connecting with them and supporting them, doing all the things for them that you wish they would do for you, and then they'll turn around and do all that stuff for you afterwards. And you'll find channels of all different types here, every different niche you can think of, and a million more you can't think of. And I'm kind of amazed at all of the different types of content there are on YouTube, not to mention here in this community. Now we're at 6,800 subscribers. I subscribe to everybody, right? So probably close to that many. And we've got a couple of one-of-a-kind channels in the Superchat family as well. But the idea, like I said, is making the first move, reaching out to other creators. We truly believe in the idea of giving much more than we expect to receive. And when we think about that, you know, it's not fair, but life is not fair. We all know that. If you want 3 comments on your videos, you go and give 10. If you want 3 people to watch your videos, you go and meet 10. And eventually what happens, even though that's so unweighted, is that over a long period of time, you will eventually meet enough of the right people that the support coming back to you will be so overwhelming, you won't even be able to keep up. It's a nice problem to have, I promise you, but we continue to grow, and obviously everybody around here is doing very strong and solidly with the foundations for their channel. And then thank you again, Family Beyond Labels. So what we're looking at right now, Sarah, the Greenleaf Exchange. So this is Sarah G. Reynolds, and I'm going to grab another video here, an auction preview. So I'm just going to grab this, put this into my catch-up list. I wonder if this is similar to what we see from some of our friends doing live auctions. So that's a video, but you know what I mean. There's platforms now like Whatnot where people are doing live auction style sales. But we've got several friends doing that, probably a dozen channels that we've seen over the years doing regular live auction style sales on live streams. 1,300, 1,400, 1,700 views on some of the shorts. It looks like quite a bit of variety, as we expect from most creators. And then they've also done a cooking video here. So hopefully everybody will connect with Sarah G. Reynolds. Thank you again for the super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. I know I say it a million times, but it really is absolutely unnecessary, although very much appreciated. And then we'll get to spinning the wheel. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Judge Brownie is in the house. Jesse Journals and Unboxes is coming up right now. Like I said, this is another beloved and dedicated moderator. Every one of our moderators on this channel is a longtime dear friend. They're all friends of each other. They all have different channels and they all do different things. But I hope everybody here will connect with all of our moderators, because I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way they are if it wasn't for their help. And, you know, I get to see much of what they do on YouTube, but there is a lot more that they do for people that nobody gets to see. Every one of them has an overwhelming sense of generosity and does much more than I'd even be able to describe. Cruise Ship Drone, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And again, hopefully I'm not missing anybody. BH Customs, thank you for the super chat. I really do appreciate the extra generous support. I'm going to get their channel ready to go. We always put super chatters and membership gifters onto the screen right away when those things happen, but we'll get right back to spinning the wheel. We still got over an hour and a half to go, so it's plenty of time to put plenty of channels on the screen, and we'll get to as many as we can before Just Jason Keto is on at 7:30 Eastern. Southern Belle Nola does those live auction style sales like I was talking about. They've been doing this for as long as I can I can remember. Nola is not my name. Southern Belle. This has been a long-time friend. Those handles probably trip up many more people than me, but they've been tripping me up too for as long as we've been forced into using them, because I used to do a fairly good job of knowing everybody's channel names, right? And it doesn't always match the handle exactly, so it can be quite confusing for sure. I keep saying, you know, everybody can mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow, but it's not anymore. It's just Tuber Chat because of the handle. Big Dude 1234, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're keeping their membership going, so thank you for that. Absolutely unnecessary, but very much appreciated. And we'll get Big Dude 1234 onto the wheel, because we always put members and moderators on there as soon as we see them in the chat. So Jesse Journals and Unboxes, another beloved and dedicated moderator, and this creator actually does a couple of things every week. She does a traditional video on Sundays as a minimum. Once in a while she has something extra and has to drop an extra video a week, or does a double premiere on Sunday. She's always on at 3 p.m., but once in a while she'll drop a second video. And then on Thursday she does a short every week as well, so the collection continues. And basically what this creator is doing is unboxing a lot of different types of things. They do hauls, they do subscription services like those mystery boxes of all different kinds. Lately they're focused on crafting and journaling supplies, but over the years, they've unboxed everything you can think of, from jewelry to bath and beauty products to stationery to books to postcards. And like I said, there's Happy Mail here. There's hauls in the middle of everything. And then Jesse Journals and Unboxes often uses the official collaboration feature to tag in the official YouTube channels from some of the businesses that provide some of these subscription services. I love like unboxing videos, not just watching anybody unbox a cardboard box of anything, but the subscription services where it's a mystery. You know what I mean? And I've done a few of those things myself as well. So I find it mesmerizing. I always have. And this is what Jessie Journals and Unboxes is doing all the time. She really shares in-depth research about the things that have come in the subscription services, if that's what she's unboxing that week. And she shows us the things she's going to make, or the thing she has made with the crafting and journaling supplies that she gets, and she collaborates with people in the traditional sense as well. She's got shorts on the channel, and like I said, there's some jewelry here, bath and beauty products here, washi tape, I only know what that is because of her channel, and many more items that she's found within the unboxing videos, and then live streams. Up to a couple years ago, she was doing these every month or two, and then she took a break for a while, and she just dropped one a couple of weeks ago. One of the things I can tell you about Jessie Journals and Unboxes in particular is that her support for all of us over the last 6 years has increased. And that's a tough trick when you're following more and more creators. It becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all might like. But sure enough, after 2 years of no live stream, she does one again, and she has a flood of support in the chat because of how much she does for other people. And then, of course, she's a passionate creator, a truly dynamic host, and does a great job of keeping up with everybody during the streams that are in the chat as well. So hopefully everybody will connect and push Jessie Journals and Unboxes towards the 2,800 subscribers she's thinking about. She's also monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chat, super stickers, and super thanks on her channel. And then Sarah the Greenleaf Exchange, thank you for grabbing that membership, by the way. And that means that every time you're here, I'll put your channel on the wheel as soon as we see you. And it'll stay there as long as you're active. That's what we always do for members. But again, you don't have to be a member or drop a super chat to get onto the wheel or the screen. It can be a long wait. I can imagine how frustrating it must be sometimes to be here for almost 3 hours and still not either get on the wheel or get picked by the wheel. But I promise you as well, it's the least important part of what we're doing. It seems like what this channel and what these streams are about is putting channels on the screen and talking about them, but that's not actually true. The whole reason it's called Tuber Chat is because the activity here happens in the chat. This is a place for everybody to meet each other, and what I do is talk about channels while we're on for 3 hours and tell everybody stories about my friendships with the creators or what I've learned about their content over the weeks, months, and years that have gone by, let's just say. So you might find channels very interesting to you beyond what we're even talking about. And then holla, no pizza today. No pizza. Even I can't believe I would ever get pizza out. I thought about it today. I thought about grabbing pizza. I was starving, and then I decided not to. Gail Southern Living, good to see you in the house. That's a creator who is masterful when it comes to the idea of getting collaborations together. Gail Southern Living has been known to inspire almost 70 channels to get together for a collaboration of YouTube videos. Some of you have seen the Fall Fest series that have gone on the last few years. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So BH Customs is up on the screen right now. We're going to see what they've been doing. I don't know why I'm so behind in the videos, but I did catch them for a live stream, I thought, not too long ago. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. Catching live scorpions, my dear goodness. I don't think we have anything like that in Ontario, Canada, so I wouldn't have seen that if it wasn't for YouTube. And then they're doing quite a bit of different stuff. Let's read from their About section, because they're working on jewelry here. So custom silver pouring as well as jewelry. They do this as a hobby, not for a living, which is interesting to know. And a lot of our friends will be talking about silver stacking and things like that. So it's interesting to see the different things they might be making out of silver. They've got, look at this, 11,000, 13,000, 15,000 views. And they've got a... pranking a pizza guy. That's got to be a funny short to watch. They've got shorts on the, or pardon me, live streams on the channel as well. I thought I just caught you for one of these, but maybe it's longer ago than I think. A month ago. I didn't realize it had been a month already. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. But good for you doing all this live streaming. They're on frequently, so they've been on just about daily, actually, for the last, yeah, goodness, month. For a month, they've been on almost every day, which is great to see. So hopefully everybody will connect with BH Customs. We'd love to push them a little bit farther towards the 7,700 they're thinking about now. They're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get to their channel. I see Together We Travel is in the house. It's good to see you here. Italian style artichoke night, says Jen Palazzo. Sounds interesting. Oh, we only have scorpions in the West, says Jason. See, Jason's a fellow Canadian. He's only a couple hours away from me. I've met up with him a couple of times, or more than a couple of times, a handful of times, actually. And, yeah, I think he's been farther out in Canada than I ever have. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Easy there, Kyle. He's saying 2027 is almost here. We got a little while to go. Please don't rush. Please don't rush right now. I always wish the heat away. I know nobody will like for me to say that. It's not that I want to wish the summer away, but I hide from the heat and the sun. And but I definitely would love the clock to slow down a little bit. But we're only halfway. We're only halfway through the year so far, just barely more than that. Oh, and then Jen Palazzo's got in South Florida scorpions as well. My dear goodness. Jaja Brownie is up on the screen right now. This creator's just got short. So what I talk about with channels like this, we typically want to look for videos that are 3 minutes or longer. And I know now shorts can be almost 3 minutes, but we can't tell when we're looking at them a lot of the time before we get there. What I'll show everybody is a bit of a trick, though. I'm going to take their 4th of July celebration video here. And you'll notice I'm on a computer, obviously, but what I'm going to do is go to the URL in the browser bar here, and I'm going to change the word shorts to the word watch. And magically, this video is now going to come up like a regular video. It's still vertical, but it's going to have all the same controls we're used to. So it makes it a lot easier for me to grab this and put it into a playlist. Let's just say I'll put that in my catch-up list. What I recommend for everybody, though, is when you're connecting with a channel like this that only has short videos, then we want to watch 2 or 3 of them. It's the same 3, 4, 5, 6 minutes, whatever it would have been watching a traditional video, but that also shows YouTube that you cared enough to go back already for seconds and maybe even thirds. And we have to think that that will help doing anything we can for the YouTube algorithm. Any signal of engagement or interest, right, is the idea. And in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other. There you go. Yeah, Christmas in July. Literally right now, our dear friend, the Numismaniac Canada from Edmonton, has a special channel that's probably super active right this second. High Plains Camper, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. And we'll spin the wheel. We'll see who's coming up next. We're going to take another break, though. We'll go for 3.5 minutes. We're still only halfway through today. I moved the time a little bit. We've still got an hour and a half to go. That's plenty of time to put plenty of channels on the screen. We'll get to as many as we can, and then Just Jason Keto will let us keep connecting during his live stream. He's always on for about an hour on Thursday nights. And then Norm Hughes is what we're going to look at. Right before that, we'll take this break. We're going to hear from Be Amazing Sylvia for a moment in an interview style conversation, a video on the Tuber Chat channel now where I talked to her about her beginning. She's been with us pretty much from the beginning, and she's long past 10,000 subscribers. we use the term family a lot. I noticed you all doing it when I was just starting out, and then over the years, of course, we use that because it truly feels like that, especially when you haven't been on for a while. Somebody comes looking for you and notices. That's a good feeling, and we try to
Mm-hmm.
do that for other people as well. But these are just examples of how this starts to feel like a family. And you hear me say often, I know Sylvia feels the same way, that we give much more to others than we expect to receive, knowing that we're going to get everything that we want. I mean, Sylvia, when I was first connected to you, and I can't remember now, I don't remember if it was 4 years or 5 years, but it's somewhere around there, and she was
Mm-hmm.
obviously already at it. But thinking back to how you must have felt, I don't know how soon you thought you were going to get over 10,000 and now towards 14,000 subscribers, but it must be a great feeling to see it continue to grow.
Yeah, I'm definitely blessed. I feel blessed. I just feel motivated. I feel uplifted. And I'm happy that I can connect with so many amazing supporters. The people who come in, they come in and they stick and they stay. Yes, not all
Yeah,
almost 14,000 people come over, but I have repeat offenders. And what I mean by repeat offenders,
of
I'll see
course.
you in my comments on Monday. I'll see you in my comments on Wednesday. See you in my comments on Friday. So you always coming back and you're
Yeah,
supporting me. And one thing that I do on my channel, and I think this is a big change, and with having so many supporters, when people leave a comment on any video, be it a short, be it a video, be it a live, I'm gonna respond back to you to acknowledge you for coming in, thanking you for coming in. And then I go to your channel and I watch something for you. In order to get
that's
support
wonderful.
on these YouTube streets, you got to give support. You have to give
For
it.
sure.
It's
Yeah.
$3.99 to go over there and watch a video of somebody and make a comment. You don't know how much you may
Hmm.
change their life. You know?
right, we're just about back. We're about to look at Norm Hughes, and in the meantime, High Plains Camper dropped a gifted membership there, so thank you for that. High Plains Camper's done that kind of thing many times before. We're going to get their channel up in a moment, and I'm going to tell you how they're going to go down in history as having one of the funniest moments I've seen in a video in a Tuber Chat family a piece of content, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. I'll describe it when we get their channel up in another moment. And Guys Craft 2, forgive me, I know you've been here a long time. I just put your channel on the wheel. I didn't have it on there yet. I did clean up the wheel a little bit. As long as our members and moderators are still active in the chat, I'll make sure they're still on there. And shortly, let's say when we take the next break, I'll add another name onto the wheel from our chat list based on who's been most actively engaged in conversation over the last hour and a half to 2 hours. When we look at Norm Hughes, this is a channel I'm still getting to know. We've had them on the screen a couple of times right now. They've got an interesting live stream happening right this second. So they're doing these for many hours most of the time. You'll notice a little bit of a hint here in that their live streams are dropping right before the 12-hour mark. Whenever you live stream, if you're going to do things like this, thank you, Scratch and PP. I don't know why I didn't have the screen on. I forgot to hit the button for a second. But thank you for that. When we look at streams like this where people are on for, let's say, close to 12 hours, the idea is that if your live stream is less than 12 hours long, you retain all of the watch time. But if it goes over 12 hours, we're very unsure about how much watch time you get, but you certainly do not get any watch time after the first 12 hours. So this is why you see things like this all the time. And then Mac Movement, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And thank you, everybody, for trying to help. I just forgot to hit the second button there for a second. So Norm Hughes has a live bird feeder cam going on right now, and I'm sure anybody will be welcome to connect with each other during those live streams in a similar way to what we do here. This creator's also got quite a bit of content, and it looks like they're bringing us quite a few trains. I wonder if Sam's Vlogs Trains and More has seen this yet. Michael's Adventures will enjoy some raccoons getting well fed over there. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put that in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about that helps me keep or get caught up with creators. And then they've got shorts on the channel as well, and these have gotten into 970, one over 1100 views, which is great to see. And then live streams again we looked at, and then Southern Bell Nola, thank you. If your stream goes over 12 hours, you also lose the live chat. So that makes sense. Actually, I may not have even known that, to be honest with you, because I've done on our copyright-free music channel 1 million live streams that have been cut under 12 hours. It's a virtual 24 hours, right? So it'll drop at about 11 hours, 50 minutes, and then restart. And in all that time, if I did know, I would have forgotten. So thank you for mentioning that, because it's an interesting thing to know, right? And Mac Movement, you're always making me laugh. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I know I say it a million times. Let's think about looking at High Plains Camper right now. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then High Plains Camper up on the screen right now. This creator is going to take us for solo truck camping. And I've seen them do this many times. They'll either take us for a camping trip, they'll show us what they cook, they'll talk about the different areas. They fit these trips in between family life and everything else. They'll also work on their vehicle. They'll give us a look at how they can do some of that. They'll give us tips and tricks for solo truck camping. I've seen them try several craft beers. They've usually got a fire going, and once in a while on their channel you might find some kind of an altercation. and we'll learn just how much patience and tact High Plains Camper has, because it's more than somebody like me, I'll bet you. And I'll leave it to everybody to go and find that on their channel. They cut a video out of at least one video out of the live stream when they did have a very hilarious moment. In my opinion, not everybody's going to find it funny, but I think I found it as funny as High Plains Camper probably did after the fact. But you'll be able to see what that is. And then we see that this creator's doing quite a bit of live streaming. I've caught them for several. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one of these again soon, because it's been a month already, as we can see. That pickup truck looks fantastic. My dear goodness, what a great job keeping that together. Shorts on this channel as well have gotten into 7,400, 7,500 views, which is great to see. And they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. They're working on 3,700 subscribers, and I can tell you I see High Plains Camper probably every day. I try to be on YouTube every single day, at least for some amount of time. I can't be every day, but it's pretty close. I'm on probably 28 days out of every month, let's just say. Maybe every day for minutes, if nothing else. But I keep mentioning these creators that we see, or I run into so frequently, because I want to give everybody the idea about what kind of support they're giving to other people, what kind of support you might be able to get back for yourself as well. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know Booby Goats is here. Mona Did What is in the house. I've got them on the wheel. Mr. Fulton Miraz is going to be live tonight at 8 o'clock. They were celebrating their birthday earlier. And then, yeah, Kyle Vlog Channel. You have to go look for that. You'll find it on High Plains Camper's channel for sure. Canadian Family Life, another beloved and dedicated moderator, is coming up right now. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. Uh-oh, something's wrong with my copying and pasting now. Pardon me while I whine and complain about it. And then Canadian Family Life we're looking at. Keto Simple, good to see you in the house. That's Dustin. And when we look at what is happening with Canadian Family Life, we see a family channel from New Brunswick. And Tiffany is the host, but the whole family gets involved in the channel, including her husband, Chris. He's got his own channel called Chris's Creation Fun, and then Belle and Alex are in there as well. They're building a shed, which is interesting to know, so let's see what this is all about. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep joking about. You inspired me to go spend money, Tiffany. I went and had one of these farmer's wraps yesterday because it was in my mind. I used to eat an unreasonable amount of those, actually. That was like several times a week breakfast for a while, and I ended up having to get one yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Canadian Family Life does a lot of cooking, a lot of baking, sometimes challenges between family members. Tiffany's done a few of these things where they're kind of making a homemade version, a copycat of something that's out there, like that's a Tim Hortons Farmer's Breakfast wrap, which is a typical staple for them. I got into those years ago. And then they've done like chicken McNuggets and things like that. They do food bank grocery hauls as well and give us a look at everything that comes in that. And then there's crafting and traveling and product reviews and sponsored videos now, do-it-yourself videos from Tiffany's husband, Chris. And then there's shorts on the channel as well. And being in New Brunswick, they're able to give us all 4 seasons. So these have gotten into 3,200, 5,600, 37,000 on one, which continues to grow, and they're monetized. Lots of ways to support Canadian Family Life, including super chats and memberships when we get there, and live streams on the channel. So they're typically on every month or two. Tiffany's probably due for a live stream pretty soon. We'll keep an eye on the channel. We've always got notification bells on so that we can see in the spirit of doing as much as we can for each other and giving us the best chance to catch each other's content, let's just say. And then hopefully everybody will connect with Canadian Family Life. And High Plains Camper, thank you again for that gifted membership. I try to remember to thank everybody twice, but I'm sure I miss it sometimes. And they've done that kind of thing many times before. Big Dude is coming up now. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then, Izzy Pop Designs had a little bit of a power flicker there. Yeah, we get those actually pretty frequently in Niagara Falls. I wouldn't say every week or anything like that, but at least a couple of times a month it seems the power goes out at some point. It's funny that it probably goes out like when we're sleeping and don't even notice some of the time. If it's quick enough, I guess the clocks don't reset, but you know, the microwave wants to not have the right time, I guess, once in a while. That's still a thing. Wouldn't it be wonderful if all these companies, I mean, electricity we have to be a little bit patient with, I guess. But when you think about like your phone company, if you're still watching cable or some of the streaming services and this and that, what if there was a law that said they're only allowed to charge you when it works? And they're not allowed to charge you when it's not working, even if you don't know. Because let's say you have like no cell signal, you know what I mean, a lot of the day, and you just don't happen to pick up your phone and this and that, they still get to charge you. I whine and complain about that regularly as well. Big Dude is up on the screen right now. This creator is actually going to bring us a lot of video gameplay and a lot of spiritual inspiration, including Bible study from this creator, sometimes during live streams. So here's a lot of video gameplay you see with a lot of popular titles, but if you dig through some of the live streams far enough, you'll find some of the Bible study I was talking about. This creator also brings this kind of thing in videos as well. They've done a lot of collaborating as well. Hopefully everybody will connect with Big Dude. You'll get what I mean when you get over there. I'm just going to grab one of their latest videos. I'll grab this Cars 3 video gameplay video. I'll put that in my catch-up list for today. They're working on 4,900 subscribers, which is great to know. And they've got shorts over here. Look at this at 8,000, 15,000, 25,000 with some of these celebrity shout-outs. So hopefully everybody will connect with Big Dude. They've been a long-time friend. I think Big Dude's been with us a couple of years now. They've sent over some friends. Am I right? They might be connected with D-Lo Flow Show, I think. And then let's think about spinning the wheel. Power Surge raises the bill. Yeah, imagine. My dear goodness. Yeah, Jesse, I'm not kidding, right? So, not every idea I have is brilliant, of course. Sometimes I come up with ideas, and halfway through the sentence, I'm like, never mind, that's a ridiculous idea. It would never work. But I'm not wrong when it comes to the idea of some of these companies that charge. I've never charged anybody for anything. I've been self-employed most of my life, and I haven't ever charged somebody for something I didn't do. You know what I mean? Or something I didn't have available. But you know what I mean. Oh, they do that, but it has to be an outage for a certain amount of time, and sometimes you have to request it. That's interesting, Hala. I was sort of joking, but I didn't even know that that was really a thing. That's just me whining and complaining. And I've been saying that for a while. And then hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And thank you, Sarah, the Greenleaf Exchange. And what we're looking at right now is Guys Craft 2. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuberchat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. So Guys Craft 2 is John, And this creator lets us know they're bringing modern quilting, bold fabric, real talk, and weekly live shows. I'm going to have a look at the videos first of all. We'll go to the live streams in a moment. But they're starting some cross stitch here. So this will be interesting to see. I'm actually interested to see this video myself because I'm still getting to learn what Guys Craft 2 is doing here, what this creator's doing on their channel. And I've seen a lot of these, like they're kind of haul, like unboxing videos where they're showing us a lot of the patterns or a lot of the fabrics that they're getting together. But I'm interested to see more of what they're making here. 1,500, 1,600, 11,000 views on some of these shorts, and we know they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. So they've got quite a few live streams coming up. I got notifications on for these. They've got one tonight, so they'll be on at 9:30. That's a little bit after Michael's Adventures premiere today. So PK Adventure Travels will be on in half an hour. Just Jason Keto's on at 7:30, just over an hour from now. We're going to go right into that one, and Michael's Adventures drops his premiere at 8 p.m. But these are all opportunities to continue to connect. And shortly after, if you're still on YouTube, then Guys Craft 2 will be live, and we'll get a chance to see what they're going to be cutting and working on, getting some stuff ready for another quilt, it looks like. So hopefully everybody will connect with Guys Craft 2, another generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. And we'll spin the wheel and we'll get to our next channel. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Chef Civi is in the house, and this is Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official. I'm accidentally spinning the wheel, but that's okay. We'll make it count. It looks like Yes Nomads is going to be up next. And then Booby Goats is up on the screen right now. So thank you, Chef Civi, for coming in. There you go, Holly. Yes. You pay for what you use. Wouldn't that be an interesting world, right? Booby Goats is up on the screen right now. This is a creator who's out supporting people all the time. I run into them regularly in other people's premieres and live streams. So they're letting us know on their About section, they're fixing up the homestead and working on a weight loss experiment, the carnivore diet in particular. I'm going to grab their latest video. I'm going to put this into my catch-up list. I noticed that they said they had a sugar-free steak this morning, as a matter of fact, if I understood that right. And this creator gives us a great chance to get to know them. They've been doing a lot of fitness lately. I've been catching some of that, some hula hoop activity and other things. 11,000 views on some of the shorts over here. A little bit of a mix of everything they're doing. And a lot of live streaming, my goodness, even more than I thought. But I caught them. I didn't realize it was a month ago already. I thought I just caught you, but maybe I'm mistaken. So Booby Goats is monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And we know that they're working on 2,200 subscribers, so we'd love to push them towards that milestone as well. Now, I spun the wheel by accident earlier, but that's okay. We'll make it count. Yes, Nomads will be the next channel that we look at. What we're going to do right now, though, is take a break. We'll just go for 3.5 minutes. We'll make it a quick one again. We'll come right back and look at that channel, but I know that Lakeside Laura is in the house right now. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. I know I say that a million times. And there you go. Yeah, sugar-free steaks are the best kind, says Just Jason Keto as well. We'll learn more about a keto-based diet or lifestyle tonight when we go over to his channel. And Mike's Adventure Sparks, forgive me, is still in the house. Let me make sure I've got them on the wheel. Chef Civi's on there as well. And let's make this break quick. So we'll go for 3.5 minutes and come right back. right, we're just about back. And my friends and I will have debates often about the idea of steak sauce. And while I don't like to tell anybody what they should or shouldn't do with their YouTube channel, I have no problem watching somebody reach for steak sauce if they have a steak in front of them and saying, please don't do that. Maybe even reaching out and grabbing their hand and say, please don't. Please stop. And I'm curious to know, does anybody put steak sauce on steaks? Because my understanding is steak sauce is meant for hamburgers and not for steaks. But more silliness in the chat. And yeah, actually, Chef Civi makes a good point. If somebody was to make a special marinade for some kind of a steak, then I could absolutely see sugar being in there. I don't know how to do anything with a steak. Everything for me is well done. Everything I ever make is well done. There's no such thing as like medium rare and things like that. And I usually go to restaurants and ask if the head chef is cooking. And if they are, then I'll say, okay, I want medium well. But if anybody else is cooking, I just say, just do it well done. And that's it. See, Annette knows. Annette understands. And then if the steak is tasteless or dry, they might reach for the steak sauce. Huh. I wonder if it depends on the steak. I am shocked. I am shocked to know how many people are saying, because let's close off the poll right now. I'm shocked. I thought for sure it was going to be the other way around, but it's almost 2-1 there that say yes, steak sauce goes on steaks. All right, I've been corrected. So for anybody here who's ever heard me say I make as many mistakes as anybody, I could be wrong. There's a perfect example right there. Kevin does not know what he's talking about when he talks about steak sauce. So it's time for me to stay out of my get away from being out of my element on that. Oh, Keto Simple does blue rare. My dear goodness, I don't know how that's done. I really don't. And it's funny because I know anybody that does eat a steak that like literally understands more about how they're supposed to be eaten or about how they're supposed to be made than I ever will say, how can you eat that well done? How can you? I don't understand. I'm like, for me, it tastes better. I'm just going to eat it that way, and that's it. And then, yeah, A1 and the other types of steak sauce. No, hamburgers only for me. So there you go. Just Jason Keto put steak sauce on burgers. Makes sense. And then, Ashley21 is putting TikTok video up right now on Shorts as well. Yeah, blue rare is less than rare. Barely done at all, basically, as soon as I understand. Or as much as I understand. Hotaflex, good to see you in the house. Thanks for coming in, watching on TV. Interesting to know that. I can't remember who I was talking to as well. Maybe that was Craig Bafford that we were talking about in his live stream. He was on, I was in the chat. But talking about the banner. And basically, when you make your banner for your channel, the idea is that there's a template out there. I'll show everybody what on earth I'm talking about right now. If I go to Google and look for YouTube banner template. And it always comes up. I'll put the images up. But you see, it came up right away, this thing. We used either the purple one or this gray one here. But you see this thing, and the idea is that the very dark part is where information or graphics or whatever you're going to put on your banner is seen on every device. That's on a phone or a tablet, vertical or horizontal, which we don't always think about, or a TV or a browser and things like that. But what not everybody may know is that when you make a banner for YouTube, if you don't put a thumbnail on your live stream, YouTube will use your channel banner as the thumbnail for the live stream in a lot of cases. Maybe not vertical ones, but for the most part otherwise, right? And I wonder if I can... Anyway, you know what I mean. So this is a good guide, especially if you're using any kind of graphics program. You could just put this as a layer and then just turn it on and off and on and off as you need to make sure that your stuff that's most important, like the text and things like that, are all within this area so that everybody always sees it. But the banner's actually meant to be the shape of a thumbnail or aspect ratio. So interesting to know. Yeah, my understanding about sous vide is the idea, or is that how you pronounce it? I forget how you pronounce that properly. Is that it's almost impossible to overcook something, which is great to know. Yeah, interesting, Keto Simple. Oh, he also asked, Dustin asked, what do I do when we go on the breaks? I don't know if you were kidding. So when we go on breaks, I always like grab a drink or whatever. I've got something beside me all the time. You know, everybody does what everybody would do on a break if you're doing something for 3 hours, right? But these live streams used to be 2.5 hours. And I was trying to figure out a way that we could extend them to 3 hours and then say, okay, but that's going to be it, because more than 3 hours is just too much for anybody. I mean, we have our moderators to think about. They try to be here, you know, for the whole stream, which is, you know, an unreasonable amount of support. I'll be eternally grateful for everything our moderators do here. But, you know, once you start to get beyond 3 hours, you're taking half a day from somebody, let's just say. And I pray that they all enjoy the time that they spend here. I've heard more than once, at least from them, that they do, but we hope that, right? And then, but that's the way that I extended the streams here from 2.5 hours to 3 hours, was by adding all of that pre-recorded stuff like this. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time, if that's what you would like. And then what that does, it gives me the little 30 seconds, 20 seconds, 10 seconds to rest my voice, or I grab a drink sometimes while those are on as well, right? Because the camera's essentially off. And between the breaks that we take, those clips I play from the live streams and stuff, or from the interview videos is what I meant to say, you can see how that can give us an extra half hour of time without, pardon me, affecting my voice any differently than a 2.5 hour stream would. So just in case anybody was ever curious, that's the long-winded, unnecessarily extended speech about why we're why we go on break so much. And yes, Nomads is up on the screen. It has been pointed out to me that this creator is incredibly supportive, even beyond what I see myself. I see them here in the Tuber Chat live streams. I see them out supporting other people, but it's been pointed out that they're overly supportive, over the top, generous, loyal, and dedicated when it comes to the support that they give. Maciel Family Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That is Drunken Chef Barbecue. Good to see you here. And then thank you, Blonde Traveling Gypsy, as well. I do appreciate every moment everybody's here, even if you're just listening in the background or, you know, popping in to say hello or give a thumbs up. A lot of times people can't chat, right? They're on a phone. It's very difficult. You don't want to exclude anybody by saying hello to two people and not everybody. So a lot of times people, if they can't chat and participate the way they want to, they'll listen, you know, and just, you know, kind of catch up with everybody afterwards. And I appreciate all of that as well. Yes, Nomads up on the screen. This creator actually does a couple of different things. So they'll bring us some travel, but they do a lot of product reviews as well. And see the latest video that they've put out here, actually the latest 3 videos, they've put out 2 different videos because they're done in 2 different languages. So an interesting way to promote, I don't want to say promote, but an interesting way to produce content. Produce is the word I was looking for. I'm going to grab the latest one. And we're going to see what they have to say about the algorithm. Maybe a different opinion about posting TikToks to YouTube Shorts. That must be what Ashley Anthony was talking about, because they just mentioned that in the chat, so they must have connected with Yes Nomads right now. And this is over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter here in the Tuber Chat family as well. And they're here with us for just about every stream lately as well, for which I'm grateful. They've gotten into, look at this, 40,000, 54,000, 247,000 views on some of these shorts, which is great to know. And then live streams as well. So they just did one a couple days ago. I missed that one. I caught them a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully I'll catch you for another one. We've got notification bells on for every single channel, of course. Shay's Adventures, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. That's another longtime friend. And thank you, Mr. Fulton Mraz. Yes, I will try to be there. I tried to catch your birthday live stream the other day. I don't know if you made it on or not. I am expecting an early bedtime today, so it's not going to be too long after 8 o'clock. I got a miserably long day tomorrow. Forgive my negativity, but it's going to be... hopefully I'm not going to have any headaches tomorrow, but it's going to be a long work day, I already know. That doesn't always happen, especially on Fridays, but I got to make sure I get to bed and wake up. I'm up before 5 most days. I slept in today till 5:30, my dear goodness, but tomorrow, no, I got to be out the door at 5:30. So we'll see. I make it sound like it's like the world's worst thing. First world problem, right? Is, oh, you got to get up a little bit early. And then Southern Belle Nola's got a birthday stream coming up on Saturday. So we won't be streaming that day, but I'll hope to catch you. I'm making a note for myself right now. I try to always catch special occasions like that. If it's a birthday, if it's a monetization celebration, especially, or a milestone of some sort, anybody can reach out anytime. I am on Instagram all the time, Facebook most of the time, Twitter some of the time as well. What I mean by that is that I check Instagram like 10 or 20 times a day. I check Facebook 5 or 10 times a day, and then I check Twitter sometimes. But anybody can reach out if you want. Instagram is kind of where I hang out all the time and have most conversations, but I will always try to be there if I can, especially if you have something important coming up, even if I got to sneak in for a moment. But most of the time I'm on. If it's not during the Monday to Friday, morning, afternoon, Eastern time, then I'm on YouTube all the time. It can be beside a computer, or if I'm home, the computer's on and I'm pretty much beside it. Kyle Vlog Channel did a birthday stream a month ago. Van Lot is in the house right now. I saw them get into the chat. Thank you for being here. Mona Did What is up on the screen, and this is another longtime friend. She's been with us for years. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you, and if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. I meant to add a name to the wheel from our chat list earlier. Did I do that? Oh, Simply Debbie Sue. Yes, hopefully she's still here. I think Simply Debbie Sue is still here. I added her to the wheel. I just put Jeremy D-Day back on there. And then Van Lot and Chef Civi have been added, of course. When we look at Mona Did What, this is a truly dynamic host. This creator has been talking quilting and sewing more than anything else over the years. What I was taken away with her channel, though, is the idea that she's willing to show us some of the mistakes that can be made so we can hopefully avoid them, but she shows us how to fix the mistakes when they happen, because you can repair a lot of what happens when you're trying to quilt or create other things, whether it's a sewing machine or other equipment. And Mona Did What, like I said, has been at this for years. She's always laughing and singing and dancing and having a good time. She's got tons of friends on StreamYard panels all the time. I've caught her for many, many, many live streams over the years, just even a few weeks ago, even a week and a half ago. And this creator's got one coming up actually on Saturday as well. So we'll look forward to that. And Mona Did What? Yes, every Saturday I think it is, right? Yeah, they have a weekly every Saturday. Greenland Quilter Katie, Mona Did What, and a couple other creators have a series going on. And then they're monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Mona Did What posts a lot of shorts as well. And there she is again, laughing, singing, dancing, and having a good time. And hopefully everybody will connect. And Mona Did What? You'll get some of that support coming back to you as well. Happy Ass Woodworks, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. And hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Let's spin. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. And then when we look at Hala, we see a creator that's coming to us from New York. They bring us a lot of event-based content, both in video shorts and live streams. And they bring us around different areas as well. They'll go out to New Jersey or other places, but typically they're in New York most of the time. They bring us a lot of car shows, like meetups. I wish I could find a better way to describe those, because I want to say classic car shows, but it's not. There's a lot of classic cars there, but there's just as many newer cars done up and boosted and everything else as well. Most people here will probably recognize more makes and models than I will. I think I saw one of these the other day. Yesterday or today, driving down the street, something like this, but blue. That looks like, isn't that a Corvette Stingray, or am I wrong? I must be mistaken. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong about that. I still haven't watched this video. Forgive me. I wanted to see this. I'm going to put this back in my catch-up list. I had a real problem over the last week with my list. Every time I ran it, what I would do is, like, let's say run a playlist while I'm sleeping, or like when I go to work. I leave the computer running. I got 3 live streams running and a playlist of some sort, and I tried running my catch-up list like 3 times, and the red lines would just not go all the way. So I don't know what was going on. And then finally it looks like I got it to work, but I've missed so many videos because I'm so busy trying to get them to run. I think the playlist must have had close to 100 videos in it. It's usually somewhere between 20 and 30 in every Tuber Chat live stream, if you ever wondered, right? I typically watch 25 videos at a time, and if I'm gonna have an opportunity to watch 50 in a day, I split them up, because I haven't had a roadblock for a long time. But what YouTube used to do was, after about 25 videos or 25 comments, it would stop me from commenting and say you've hit a limit or something like that. Hasn't happened forever because I just don't do it anymore. I set playlists usually of 25 videos and then split them up if I know it's going to be more than that. But anyway, it looks like it's been working, but I did want to see that video because they got robotic dogs there, and I'm interested in everything robotics and AI and things like that. But otherwise, they're going to bring us to parades and performances and events. They'll bring us to the beach. You'll see that in a moment when I go over to the live stream videos here. They take us behind the scenes. They show us a lot of really interesting things, and live performances are mixed throughout. So hopefully everybody will enjoy those. I'm sure you will. They've got shorts over here, and here's where we see a lot more of these, especially classics, but, you know, done up vehicles and things like that. Getting into 3,100 views, 3,400, 6,300 on one of their shorts videos as well. So hopefully everybody will connect with Hala, and they're here with us just about every single live stream, and I run into them every day in other people's premieres and live stream chats as well. And then Henry Leslie Vermont is here. I was going to say, I know I just missed another channel coming in, but it's good to have you here. So let's spin the wheel. We'll get another channel ready to go. It's going to be time soon. If I've missed anything in the chat, pardon me, it's going to be time soon for me to start dropping the link for Just Jason Keto. He'll be on in just over half an hour from now. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or @mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. Tracy's Local Learnings is up here right now. So this creator is going to talk medicinals, gardening, preparedness, and more. We've got a lot of creators that help with prepping, right? And being prepared. And that doesn't have to necessarily mean disaster, but there's any number of things that can go on. Kristen does a great job in our household of making sure that if there was a wild storm and possibly like a tornado watch, it's not common where we live, but it can happen. If that kind of thing happens, she's got like go bags and, you know, food and water and stuff like that, just in case. You never know what in the world can happen. If the power goes out for days, we got, plenty of food and, things like that if we couldn't cook or something like that. But these are ideas, and a lot of our friends are going to help with that. But it's great to know that Tracy's Local Learnings is doing this as well, another fellow Canadian in British Columbia. I'm just going to grab the latest video. I'm going to put this in my catch-up list. That's that playlist I keep talking about, and that will help me keep caught up. And then I am right that you're in British Columbia, right? That video's not just from BC. I think you're out there, if I'm not mistaken. Forgive me if I'm wrong. Members only content, which is great. YouTube's pushing that stuff right now. I know I say that all the time as well, but it's true. Shorts on the channel, my goodness, have gotten into 1,000 views on a couple of these, which is great to know. And then live streams as well. So this creator is going to share a lot of the outdoors with us. I thought I caught you for a live stream. Didn't I? Was it 3 months ago already? Something seems wrong with that too, because I don't feel like it was that long ago, but maybe I'm wrong again. And Tracy's Local Learnings is working on 2,500 subscribers and monetized. Lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Like I said, I know not, anybody can reach out anytime if you've got something special coming up. I know you can't just sit there and message every person you want to come into every live stream you do, but if you have one coming up, if something specifically that you'd like me to be there for, I'd love to be notified so I can try to get in there. And then Going Coconuts, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. So we do have a description. Our live stream descriptions always talk about how exactly we're connecting with each other. Basically, this is what a lot of people would call a grow stream. People come to meet each other. We're very focused on friendships here, because as you connect with new creators and build friendships, of course, the subscriber count grows from that. We talk about watch hours and all the other things we need. But it starts with a simple conversation, saying hello to anybody at all in the chat. And then once you've got somebody's attention, because people are coming in and out of here all the time, then you head to their channel, watch one of their videos, 3 minutes or longer, leave a meaningful, genuine comment related to the content of that video, give a thumbs up, subscribe, and put the notification bell on, which we do for all creators. And then you come back here, let them know you've done that. We say a lot of silly things in the chat, but you'll get the hang of that right away. And then they'll come back and do the same thing for you. Interesting for a lot of brand new channels, because we've got a good handful today. Many creators who've been doing this for a very long time will not go to a brand new channel that they see in the chat, sometimes not for days, not weeks, sometimes even maybe for months, because what they want to do is make a judgment call for themselves as to whether somebody might be a loyal and dedicated supporter before they will connect with them. And with good reason, actually. So, the best idea for anybody brand new is to make the first move. You get the idea right away by the conversations people are having and the things people are saying in the chat, whether or not they might be a loyal and dedicated supporter. A hint is when people are asking about other channels as opposed to talking about their channel. There's nothing wrong with saying, hey, I put up a new video, or, I do quilting and crafting and resin and lottery ticket scratching, or whatever you do on your channel. But we try to avoid overly self-promoting, and a lot of the things that we shy away from here are really not because of this chat, but because when you go to other people's channels, other people can get really upset about self-promoting, even when it's unintentional and things like that, and people can find themselves timed out and banned and all that kind of stuff as well. And then Ashley Anthony, they've been with us for a while today. I know you've been on for probably a couple of hours today, so I certainly appreciate that. I'm going to get to as many channels as I can in the next half hour. We still got plenty of time. Going Coconuts found us from Cove Action. That's Chuck and Lori from Syracuse. I actually had a chance to meet up with them a couple of weeks ago, and they gave me some stickers and a beautiful hoodie, which I will wear as soon as I can get out into some weather where it's a little more appropriate. We have summers just like everybody in Niagara Falls, Ontario, where I am. But I will show everybody that beautiful hoodie that they generously dropped off while they were here. We enjoyed a meal together, and we're hoping to get together with them again in a few months, maybe with Jason, maybe with Phil's Creepy Videos, and a few other creators as well. So Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official is coming up. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. The only reason I don't pull the hoodie out and try to show you on the camera right now, it won't show up. When I try to show something like this Kleenex box or whatever, you'll see what will happen. It starts to disappear into the back. I've got a Pac-Man video game thing my family got me to review, and look at what happens to the camera. It pretty much disappears when I try to show anything. That's because I'm not using a green screen. I'm using a green screen effect that comes with Streamlabs. And hopefully soon I'll change that. I've been meaning to change it for a long time, but I'll work on that soon enough. And then when we look at Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official, this is Chef Civvy. And we saw a video from this creator earlier because they've got this live stream series going on. And this was on Butler Family Farms channel because 4 channels got together the other day, and this is part of a series. They're doing this every month. They've done more than half a dozen of these. Maybe they've done a dozen by now, I'm unsure, where they make sugar-free desserts or treats as a cook-along or bake-along live stream, which is really cool. And then, pardon me, Chef Civvy on the channel otherwise is going to help us navigate the kitchen. And she's going to make interesting meals, dishes, combinations, but she's going to help us understand the bakeware, the cookware, the appliances, even do product reviews. Forgive me, I wanted to see this lasagna. I'm going to put this video, let me see if you cut a video from it. Yeah, you did. I'm going to take the latest video, put that in my catch-up list right now. I think I fell asleep early the other day when this was going on, right? Yesterday. Yeah, I've been having a bit of a long week, and it's not finished yet. So it's been early to bed. I've been overly tired for no reason. I don't feel like I've been working that much harder. Today was, but it shouldn't be that terrible. So create and relate. I wonder if I can, I'm going to try to show you Reddit if it's not going to be atrocious in a moment. I'm going to see if I can do... put a setting on there. Mod mode. All right. Well, Reddit is so bad I can't take a chance with it. I was thinking about putting it on the screen, but I'm not going to. I have the adult feature turned off on it, but Reddit is known for having people put like awful stuff. It's only a tiny part of it, and I'll describe Reddit in depth in another moment. But I'll have to talk about it, and then everybody can go and check it out on your own. But it can benefit everybody here because it's a wonderful search engine. You'll notice if you've been using ChatGPT, you probably see Reddit come up as one of the sources it's looking at. And that really says something, right, when it's going through the internet and things like that. But I'll talk about it in a moment, so forgive me. Joseph Emmons, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody in the chat. And I know I say that a million times. Cooking with the Munchie Mafia official, forgive me. So Chef Civvy is going to bring shorts that are usually complimentary to the videos on the channel. Once in a while they got some Happy Meal there. Look at that. Yes, I can barbecue. They've got... into now 2,700 views on a couple of these. You notice the colorful wheel. We love colorful wheels in Superchat, of course, but they've got a real colorful, vibrant wheel beside them there. Basically what happens on this channel, they've got these live streams, and they're doing a lot more lately than they were even a year ago, but they have a Sunday night live stream. Typically what happens is the audience is able to contribute ingredients to the mystery wheel of misfortune, as it's known. And then what happens is Chef Civvy will spin and be all but forced to make whatever combination comes up, and you can imagine how obscure they can be at times. Mint chocolate chip ice cream, and that's distracting me now. Aaron the Carnivore Guy, good to see you in the house. Chef Civvy has a complimentary channel as well, and it's called the Unofficial Official Off-Topic Squirrel. And this is where we get a behind-the-scenes look at Chef Civvy as well. So she could bring us back into the kitchen, but typically it's either stories to be told or other adventures. And then they've got another series of videos that might have just started here. They got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 1,200 and 1,500 views, and then live streams as well. And here on the last Friday of every month, they're going to be playing Cards Against Humanity. And I've played that game in real life more than once, and I've listened in for a couple of these live streams. And when the audience gets contributing, you can imagine how wild that can get if you're familiar with the game. And then, yes, people are cruel with the ingredients, says Chef Civvy. I can imagine. Twizzlers was one of the originals. That was the last original ingredient on the mystery wheel of misfortune to come up a few months ago. And then Day One Walks, good to see you in the house. Thank you for coming in. They're editing right now. So I'm just going to show you one more channel because Chef Civvy has a special video with Tim Mitchell talking about how they got together, and this is many years ago. And Tim Mitchell produces the videos and live streams for Chef Civvy. He's got his own channel, though. He didn't expect it to grow quite so quickly, but it's getting towards 500 subscribers with a bit of outdoor footage here. He typically brings us a lot of dash cam footage, especially in the shorts and live streams, which I'll show you in a moment. These have gotten into 1,600, 1,900 views, and Tim Mitchell's live typically every Tuesday. It's right in my work schedule, but sometimes if I have an early day and he has a late day, we're able to catch each other. But Tim Mitchell is going to take us on the road. He does a great job of keeping up with the chat while he's doing that, and that's a weekly adventure. And then, like I said, he's working on 500 subscribers. So hopefully everybody will connect with both Chef Civvy you see in the chat and Tim Mitchell from Cooking with the Munchie Mafia Official. They are over the top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporters, to say the least. The amazing Sylvia is here. We heard from her earlier when I played a clip from her interview. I call it an interview, but it's really a friendly conversation in an interview style where we got to hear from her how she had passed 10,000 subscribers originally. She's far beyond that now. I think she was approaching 14,000 when we did the interview, but that was about a year ago. And then what I'm going to do right now, we'll take another break. We'll make it another quick one. We still got 25 minutes to go. It's quite a bit of time. And Just Jason Keto's doing a live stream after. So we'll try to aim it well, but we don't have to be time constrained, let's just say. And then thank you, Chef Civvy. Tim Mitchell's working on something right now. I know how that can be. Having to look after tires is usually not preventative maintenance. Usually it comes down to when it needs to be done, in my experience anyway. And then what we're going to look at is, let's spin and we'll see who's coming up. And then we'll come back from that 3.5 minute break. Oh, you wish they'd throw away the whole truck? Crafty Witch 232 Andy will be up in 3.5 minutes. love it when you go to just check your notifications and then Facebook Reels or Instagram just starts screaming at you. That's exactly what you heard there. Jeremy D-Day from Wisconsin. He's been a friend of probably 7 years by now. He's having some pizza today, and no pineapple today, but he'll eat Hawaiian pizza anytime, it sounds like. And then Van Lot is still in the house. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody here. And then what we're looking at right now is Crafty Witch 232. So we're a little bit early, but I am going to start dropping the link for Just Jason Keto. And we'll go over there and raid after Tuber Chat in another 20 minutes. And he is going to give us about an extra hour to continue connecting. Beloved and dedicated moderators here always allow that kind of thing. So it'd be amazing. Sylvia doesn't like Hawaiian pizza. As far as I heard, that's a Canadian invention. Actually, they call it Hawaiian pizza, but it apparently was made here. I eat it all the time. It's in most of our pizza shops. It will be available as a slice right beside the meat lovers, the deluxe, the Canadian, the pepperoni. Hawaiian is always there. Vegetarian, things like that. As popular as any other, it seems. Sarah Presswood, good to see you in the house. Crafty Witch 232. Andy is here. This is a creator who is one of the channel is one of the fastest growing we've seen in the Tuber Chat family over the last 6 years, and I believe there's a couple of reasons for that. So the creator behind the channel, Andy, is incredibly supportive to others. I run into them almost every day, supporting other people in live streams or premieres for other people. They're here with us for just about every stream, which I'm grateful for as well. But Crafty Witch 232 also does live streams in vertical format almost every day, and they're usually on for hours, crocheting more than anything else, but they do cross stitch, perler beads. They make jewelry. I've even seen them play a video game on the channel once in a while. They bring us something a little bit different, like a collaboration. 90% or more of their live streams are in vertical format, but once in a while they mix things up. But those vertical live streams are really paying off for them. And we found out that they sell a lot of what they make. It's the purpose behind making a lot of it. You get the idea when I get to the shorts here and start to show you some of the thumbnails. But when I look at the most popular ones, you see the pop culture references here getting into 10,000 and 14,000 views, including some 3D printing there as well. And then they've got videos on the channel. Sometimes these are tutorials, and then otherwise they could be collaborating with somebody else. And then when you read from the about section, you'll see all the different types of crafts that Andy gets into on Crafty Witch 232. They're working on 5,800 subscribers, and like I said, this is one of the fastest growing channels we've seen in the Tuber Chat family. I think they've been with us for 2 years now. Am I getting ahead of myself? Did they say a year and a half recently, or is it 2 years by now? I'm uncertain. If I look at their first video, it says only a year ago, so I might be wrong. That will say 1 year right up until like the 2-year mark. So we're unsure, but maybe it's not quite that long. I'm unsure. Hopefully everybody will connect with Crafty Witch 232. And like I said, they're here with us regularly, for which I'm grateful. But I'd love for everybody to get some of that support coming back. And then, yeah, Ashley Anthony, there's only a couple of things in Canada that are not common everywhere else, like ketchup flavored potato chips might be our most popular flavor. I'm not sure. It's either sour cream and onion or salt and vinegar or ketchup, but ketchup flavored potato chips are a thing here. There's a few chocolate bars that come out. As far as I know, Coffee Crisp is something, we have a whole saying for it. It says, I like my coffee crisp. And it's a chocolate bar, candy bar, that tastes like mocha in the middle, kind of. If you're somebody who enjoys coffee, let's say with cream and sugar in it or something, there's a chocolate bar that almost tastes like that kind of a thing. I like it. but most of my American friends, at least in upstate New York, had never seen it. I often bring some of that stuff. Maple syrup is famous in Canada because a lot of it is made here, but I think that's available worldwide. It's just that it's popular here as well. And then there might be a couple of other things, but I could be wrong. We have to look it up. You guys can fact check me anytime. I'm sure I'm wrong more than I think I am. But as far as I heard recently, because we've talked about it so much, that Hawaiian pizza, I should make a Hawaiian pizza emoji. Here, let's waste time for 2 seconds. I'll look for Hawaiian pizza icon, and there's plenty of them here. I might have looked at this before because I recognize this. We can find a Hawaiian pizza icon to make into an emoji on the Tuber Chat channel. There's already a pizza icon, but this is what I'm talking about. It's usually pineapple, ham, and bacon, if I understand right. And then Jeremy D-Day. So he's just eating pepperoni pizza right now, which is still a classic and a favorite, of course. When we look at Jeremy D-Day from Wisconsin, he's got 2 channels, as a matter of fact. So a big movie buff, and he will talk about reviews for movies a lot of the time. Sports as well, by the look of it, from some of the latest videos. A classic car show he's been to recently. I think I might take that video for today. I'll put that in my catch-up list to have another look at some of these. I don't know the makes and models as much as anybody. I could probably pick off more than I think I can, but I do love looking at them. And then shorts over here, 15,000, 28,000, 69,000, and then live streams on the channel as well. Jeremy's been doing a lot of live streaming lately, so I missed you today, but he was on a few hours ago. And then GD Night 7 is his original channel. Jeremy has been a friend of mine for over 7 years, if you can imagine that. One of the creators that actually inspires this channel, because when I met Jeremy and Ace Flaw 1 and Elevate with Vern and a few other creators, they were all doing this kind of thing in all of their live streams. They said, hey, come with us. We're going to introduce you to everybody. Everybody supports everybody. And it doesn't matter what everybody's channel is. Like, we all watch everything. Pardon me. I was overwhelmed. I couldn't believe it. And interesting to see that after 960 live streams after today, JD Night 7, Jeremy D-Day is still with us as often as he can be, usually for every stream, as a matter of fact. I don't expect that. I certainly do appreciate it. And we see that on JD Night 7, this creator is focused on music over here. Now, he happens to seem, in my opinion, to like a lot of heavy metal more than anything else, but his music collection is very diverse. He's got literally a little bit of everything in there. Some of the shorts here with celebrity shoutouts have gotten into now 400,000 views. One of them getting very close, 995,000 views, very close to 1 million views. And then live streams on the channel as well. These have been an experiment over here, but we'll see if he's going to bring those back. And that's Jeremy D-Day again. So hopefully everybody will connect with him. Chef Civi says they like weird pizzas. I always order the exact same thing. A couple people in the family that could be allergic to onion or have allergic reactions to it, so sometimes I skip the onion, but otherwise it's always 5 toppings: pepperoni, tomato, mushroom, green pepper, and onion. And there you go. Yeah, Be Amazing Sylvia. We have been rocking for over 5 years. My dear goodness. Be Amazing Sylvia has been with us since almost the very beginning of Tuber Chat, if you can imagine that. And like I said, I talked to her a year ago when her channel was approaching, I think, 14,000 subscribers. Am I right about that? And we heard a clip from her earlier today. I've got her channel on the wheel right now. We'll see it soon. But she also... today, even still, after all these years, continues to connect people. She's got a group together. There's a lot of creators that are with each other all the time. I just caught them for their premiere. It's like a premiere raid train kind of thing that they do, a love parade, some of us call it, where Be Amazing Sylvia, I think Home by Design with Marilyn is in there. Gio and Marlene might both be in there. I see them frequently. They live stream regularly and they've always supported creators. And Be Amazing Sylvia has a whole program for connecting with shorts, where everybody goes and watches videos together. And it's a little bit different from what we do here, but it's not that there's a right or wrong way to connect. There's many different ways to do this. And if you're with somebody who's been doing this for years, like Be Amazing Sylvia, she's very well versed in all of, what we're doing and how to connect, how to get watch hours, and lots of support. So they do a watch party kind of idea. So there it is. Watch party on Tuesday and Thursday support. So they'll be doing that tonight as well. And this is where you can meet more friends and family members for your channel. Simply Debbie Sue is coming up. For anybody that's brand new today in our chat and here for the first time, hopefully you're feeling welcome. We have a lot of dynamic creators here. Everybody will be willing to connect, so please don't be shy. You can reach out to anybody you'd like to in the chat, and if you take your time, meet people one by one and follow the instructions that you'll find in our video description. You'll find yourself with some new friends and family members for your channel in no time if that's what you would like. And then Simply Debbie Sue is up on the screen as well. This is a creator who I think is doing a really great job right now going out and finding the right types of friends. Because when I run into Debbie Sue, probably every day now or pretty close to it, in different premieres and live streams, I know that she is connecting with really supportive creators. So I think what we're doing here, what I wish for everybody in the Tuber chat live streams, the way that we connect, the conversation you have, and the friends that you make, I think Simply Debbie Sue has very quickly mastered it, if I'm right about that. Now, this creator on her channel is going to bring, she says, faith, stories, and simple joys. I've also seen family here. I've seen happy mail here. Typically, what she's going to do is either give us a chance to get to know her or give us narrated stories with a warm, heartwarming theme. And there's a lot of spiritual inspiration on the channel as well. Shorts over here have gotten into 1,700 views, 1,800 so far, and she's posting frequently. So you see this, she's pretty much on every few days, sometimes even more so. So hopefully everybody will connect with Simply Debbie Sue. I've got your latest video in my catch-up list so that I can stay caught up or get caught up. And then we'll spin the wheel and we'll get another channel coming up. Mike's Adventure Sparks we're going to see. If you'd like to swap playlists with anybody in the chat, please just simply say, I am willing to swap playlists. Other creators should reach out to you. And if you see somebody say that and you're willing, please reach out to them. Everybody is free to make those arrangements independently and individually, of course. And then Aaron, the Carnivorous Guy, I didn't have you on the wheel yet, but I've got you on there now. Mike's Adventure Sparks is up on the screen, and this is another channel I'm still getting to know. But when we read from the About section, they're living life one day at a time, doing a little of everything from camping in their truck camper, or taking the boat out, or maybe a little bit of hiking around Minnesota. So they're going to bring us the outdoors more than anything else. I'm going to grab the latest video, another looks like heartwarming story, a story of hope, they say. They've done some drone footage as well, which I'm always interested in. I haven't brought my drone out. I keep not thinking about it, but I gotta get that thing out on a day where there's no wind. I have a really, really light one. Kristen got it for me a long time ago, and the first time I took it out, I was smashing it everywhere, and I couldn't figure out why I was so terrible at it, because I don't think I should be. Then I realized later that, oh, it was the wind. It has to have zero wind. Mike's Adventure Sparks has got shorts on the channel. These have gotten into 3,400, 3,700, 4,500 views. And then live streams on this channel. They seem to be on frequently. Look at this. I caught them 3 weeks ago, and they've been on almost a dozen times since then. So they're on every few days. Hopefully everybody will connect with Mike's Adventure Sparks. I see them out supporting other people all the time as well when I'm bouncing around in between premieres and live streams. Actually, Be Amazing Sylvia, Kristen's not in the chat today. She's usually in for at least a period of time. but it depends on a few different things. She works from home, but she also has her multiple sclerosis, which she's working with all the time, that affects her in different ways. She's doing a series of videos to help everybody understand that as well. And then Kyle Vlog Channel, yeah, you can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook if you want. I'll type my name in the chat for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. If I could spell my own name, which I might not be able to do. Is that because we've already been on over 2.5 hours? The carnivore-ish guy, Aaron, I thought I connected already. Forgive me, I might already have... oh, look at this. Why am I not subscribed? Oh, that's something else. Forgive me, that must be my mistake. Maybe I didn't hit the subscribe button when I was going through the watch later list the other day, because I've got a video here. So what I'm going to do, though, I'm going to put this video on my catch-up list so that I can rewatch it, and then I'm going to take the latest video, an Italian sub chaffle. I'm going to put that also, I'm going to put that in my watch later list so that I make sure. I don't know why I'm not subscribed, so forgive me for that. I don't think that's YouTube not like taking it away. I think that's my mistake, because I've been having a lot of problems for a week now, both with my like trying to run a playlist and maybe even connecting with people with my watch later list, which I always try to do. But I'll make sure to get that done. Very rare, obviously. But the carnivore-ish guy, Aaron, also very supportive. They've been with us, I think, a handful of times by now, if I'm not mistaken. They got shorts on their channel as well that are going to bring us 1,800, 2,000 views on a couple of them. One of them, the cat's really looking at us with intent interest there, if that makes any sense. Live streams on the channel as well. Great that they're getting some walks in outdoors. I wish I would do more of that. I keep thinking about the live streams that I'm not doing, and thinking that I really need to do a lot more of that, not for the streams, but just for the walking. So I'll spin the wheel. Van Lot is coming up. If you haven't already given a thumbs up for today's live stream, I hope you will. They really do help. I hope everybody's always giving each other that thumbs up when you're out supporting each other. If you're on a phone, I know you have to turn the chat off to get that done, but you don't lose your place. It only takes a moment. I will appreciate it greatly. Even I have to be reminded to give that thumbs up from time to time, especially when I'm on a phone. Pardon me while I tried to get to Van Lot. Oh, I missed a letter. That's all. I missed the I didn't copy and paste properly. Mac Movement has got 3 videos to go. My dear goodness. I should be much more embarrassed than I seem to be by the fact that I'm so behind for videos all the time. And then, yeah, Just Jason Keto's going to be live in a few minutes here, so I'm going to drop the link again. I've pinned it as well. Oh, I thought I pinned it. I'll pin it right now. I missed that. Told you I make as many mistakes as anybody, I promise you, maybe even more. Let's put the latest link that I just dropped as a pin. Anybody can get over there. I'll be over there in a few minutes as well. Van Lot is up on the screen right now, and this creator is going to bring us a couple of interesting things. They've been sending over a lot of woodworking friends lately. We've got a good probably half a dozen or close to it channels now that do a lot of woodworking that have come over from Van Lot and their community, and some more friends as well, because this creator also brings a ton of spiritual inspiration. They have fun live streams on their channel as well, including trivia. I'll show that to you in a moment. Big Daddy's Workshop is featured in both the live streams as well as shorts and videos, getting into 2,100 views, 2,500 views on the shorts I'm talking about. Live streams over here, I've caught them many times. They'll be on tonight, so they'll be on right after Just Jason Keto and Michael's Adventures. Just Jason Keto's live stream starting in a moment, and then Michael's Adventures drops his premiere at 8 p.m. Eastern. They'll both end around the same time. And then when we look at what Van Lot has got on the channel, they're monetized, lots of ways to support them, including super chats and memberships when we get there. And they're over 700 subscribers now, so we'd love to push them towards the 800 we know they're thinking about. I haven't caught you for a live stream in a few days, but you can see that they're on frequently, sometimes more than once a day. And then they're here with us for just about every live stream, for which I'm grateful as well. Let's look at So Magic Fabric Magician Annette. If I've missed anything in the chat that anybody's meant for me to see, like a question or a comment, just please mention it again with 3 thumbs up or at mention Tuber Chat Connect and Grow. That should help me see it a little bit easier. I'll keep my eyes open and hopefully catch it the next time around. And yeah, Jason, I've had the pleasure of meeting up with a handful of times, actually. Jason's become a dear friend. All of our moderators here really care very deeply about the YouTube journey and their fellow creators. But we're all dear friends together, you know, and we talk frequently between us and keep each other updated about YouTube. But I'm very lucky as the host of Tuber Chat to get to see and hear about a lot of the things that they do for other people that not everybody would see. There's probably lots of people doing a lot for other people that nobody ever gets to see, but this comes with that overwhelming sense of generosity, and it's not a religious thing. It's just truly giving much more than we expect to receive. I'd like to think in all aspects of life, but it seems to obviously be true on YouTube as well. And then thank you, Venlot. The Fabric Magician Annette is up on the screen as well. Now, this creator is going to take mostly rescued fabric. I've also seen them with Happy Mail, but let's say rescued fabric. And then they're going to bring videos that are both for beginners or experienced sewers and quilters. I don't know if sewers is the right way of saying that, but people who sew and quilters, I know can be a correct way of describing it. But this creator is going to show us their technique. They're always laughing and having a good time as well. And this is a truly dynamic host as well. I've been lucky enough to catch her for several live streams. She's got one coming up tomorrow because she's on Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern. So kind of a schedule, 5 streams a week, which is great. And often with a StreamYard panel, I believe, full of friends, yes, where they're... Oh, am I mistaken? Do you do StreamYard panels? And I keep saying it, but that may not be the case. I think they got one right there. Annette and Lori's right there. Is that Quilting in the Country with Lori? I got to catch Annette again and see if I'm right about this. Forgive me, I don't mean to say the wrong things. If I say something incorrect about anybody's channel, I'd love to know. Like if I am missing something or if I say you do something and I'm confusing it with something else, then please just let me know. And then let's sewists. There you go, sewists. And then let's spin the wheel. Michael Harper is coming up, another over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. If you have the ability to share this stream, whether it's on a community tab, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Reddit, or on any other social network, I'll appreciate it greatly. It helps get a few more people into Tuber Chat right now and could see this stream pushed out a little bit farther both today and in the coming days and maybe even weeks ahead as a replay because of the engagement signals sent into the YouTube algorithm when you share. Oh, and then so Magic Fabric Magician says that Quilting in the Country with Lori is with her on Wednesdays. Yeah, I'm lucky to catch Lori sometimes in the morning. She's on very early. So if I'm usually on YouTube before 6 a.m., before 5 a.m. Eastern, and then I have to get ready for work and everything. So I hop on and off and try to get a few things set up to run before I go. But I've caught her many times. Eddie Garraza is still here. Judgment Day Mike Harper's on the screen right now. This is an over-the-top, generous, loyal, and dedicated supporter. A wrestling fan that's going to bring us a lot of reviews of movies and television shows. And this creator has actually a premiere coming up in a couple of days. So we'll look forward to that. I think it's on Sunday, probably right after Tuber Chat or close to it. This creator's brought a lot of very popular titles, as you can imagine and see from the thumbnails. They've got shorts here that have gotten into 2,000, 2,200 views, live streams on the channel as well. Usually they're talking about wrestling more than anything else on this channel, but like most creators, the conversation can go just about anywhere once they get started. Michael W. Harper is the other channel from this creator, and we get an opportunity to get to know them, especially in the shorts on the channel, or sometimes they might live stream as well, or they have in the past. And then they've got videos over here as well. Typically they're bringing DVDs, Blu-rays, and actually some thrifty shopping lately as well. So interesting collectibles and things like that. And then TNT Connect, thank you for coming in. And thank you, everybody, for the time that you spent today. I really do appreciate every moment everybody can be here. I certainly don't expect anybody to be here every time we're on, or for 3 hours at a time, so I do appreciate every moment. I hope everybody here will connect with all of our moderators. I can't say it enough, but I wouldn't be able to do these streams the way they are if it wasn't for their help. And I promise you, they all care deeply about the YouTube journey and their fellow creators. They all have channels and they all do different things, of course. Forgive me for the channels we didn't get to today. We get to as many as we can in 3 hours. I think we actually got more than most today, just by chance. We never know what's going to happen. And then Be Amazing Sylvia, we're going to look right now, and then I'll see everybody over with Just Jason Keto. Did we look at, yeah, we did look at Blonde Traveling Gypsy earlier. Holly Spring is over in Jason's already. There's quite a few people over there. Be Amazing Sylvia, I'm getting ready, and I just want to drop the link again. My mouse is starting to not work again. I'm having trouble copying and pasting today. I'll put Tuber Chat Raid. And Be Amazing Sylvia will be on in a little while, doing a special support stream where you'll be able to meet more friends. So at 8:30, right after Jason, as a matter of fact, if you want to catch that, I'll try to be in there as well. I got to do early bedtime today, so I might have to get that going and then let it run. But Be Amazing Sylvia, there we go, 14,000 subscribers is what I was talking about. And she joined me for a video, an interview style conversation where she talks about some magic on her channel, all the things she's been doing up till now, including spiritual inspiration, supporting others, and basically a variety channel of everything everybody does. She does unboxings, she takes us outdoors, brings us into her home, and drops a lot of shorts. These have been magic for her. 264,000, 681,000, 763,000, and some of these have led to a serious jump in subscribers. So I'm just going to grab her latest video talking about hopefully everybody will connect with Be Amazing Sylvia. She's monetized, lots of ways to support her, including super chats and memberships when we get there. Again, forgive me for the channels we didn't get to today, but we'll be on again on Sunday right after Jesse Journals and Unboxes. We might actually have a few extra minutes that day, so we're on at 3:30 Eastern. Thanks, everyone.